time. Here we go. Big records
Here
going
we
on
go.
right now.
So, first, let's just get to where this is. The comps are showing. So, you guys are playing Ren Goats, they're playing Winston Goats. As I explained in game, the goal is not to kill Winston unless
I can't see it.
You can't see?
No, it's just spinning. No, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the goal is not to kill Monkey unless he jumps into your team and doesn't have Primal. And even if he does have Primal, just burn him to where he uses Primal and then try and back up and regroup. You don't want to keep initiating when they're Primaling. The goal is to be past Winston and kill Brig or Zarya. Because Zarya is always a carry in Goats, and Brig takes or doesn't have damage mitigation against Reinhardt, and Reinhardt is a carry in Goats. So the whole point of playing Goats is to get as much value from your carries as possible. And to shut down their carries as much as possible. So with that in mind, let's watch this. You guys go in, Monkey gets full committed, and then he jumps. He has Primal already. So you were a second late on the trance there, Rage. I'm sure you knew that. Just try the trance earlier, because you do this a few times this set, where you trance too late to save someone. So their Lucio's down, your Reinhardt's down. They just used both their ults, and you guys are going to have Grav. So, what's it called? Winston's primaling Yakul, and I'm not sure if you guys can save him. Like, you guys are already disengaged. I think you guys could, like, body block Yakul out and get him out, but you guys don't. You guys are disengaged. But Arietta, well, that was weird. You just bashed into the middle of them alone. So, you don't want to use bash unless you're like stunning someone or like positioning better. But don't bash into the middle of a team. Why do I keep hitting Eraser? And then Yakul's dead because he got primaled out, and that's the team fight over. They just had ult advantage there, but I think if you keep Volpez alive, Rage, then you guys win that fight.
Hesitant to. Because we're gonna get wiped.
You guys now have Grav Bomb, so this should be a team fight win. You guys should be talking about that. And so you don't have amp. Arietta, you should never die to bomb in Grav.
Well,
And at all, really, it's Brigitte.
Is it playing right now?
Mine's
I
spinning.
paused it.
Oh.
Is it playing now?
No.
Hang on.
Damn it, I hate Visor. We'll refresh.
For me, it's paused.
For me, it's just spinning.
Okay, if I hit play, is it playing? For any of you?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
God damn it. Okay, well. Let's do this. There we go. Got a visor. Okay. Well, I restarted the thing.
I see it.
Okay, there we go. I see it. I see it now.
Okay.
Zarya, no personal.
Monkey's
So,
holding up.
you already saw this fight.
Just rush into the Zarya.
Ignore the monk run into their Brigger's arc.
I'm gonna grab a guess. Yeah, I'm grabbing now. Don't have it.
So you guys mess up that combo. Arietta dies. You should never die to Obama's Brigida.
Call target. Someone
Like
call
you have a
Yeah.
shield, keep it up even if you're behind a Reinhardt
Monkey,
shield.
Monkey, I'm down.
So you die, and then the team splits here. You can watch everyone individually get split from that monkey jump and not group up. Blackiva goes over here, Rage goes that way, and Volpez is chasing a baby diva without calming.
Monkey and me.
Monkey.
So that gets all sorts of messed up. And
We have one more fight, you guys.
it's because you guys messed up the Grav Diva Bomb. Which because you guys didn't really calm that. Didn't calm that you were grabbing, if I'm not mistaken, and then Oblivion didn't calm that he was boosting. I'll have to go back.
I'm gonna grab a guess. Yeah, I'm grabbing now.
Yeah, so that was a really weird call on Grav.
Oh, okay.
Call target. Someone call target. Diva in the back.
Then you guys get split.
Monkey and me.
Monkey, I'm down.
Monkey Primal's Rage, and you guys tunnel visioned onto Diva in the back and die. So in that situation, use the call or the stack call, like I taught you guys a while ago. When you guys see yourself being split, and then focus a target as well. Because Volpez was in, you guys are lacking a strong shot caller, so that's what I chalk that one up to. And
I like the monkey.
having a strong shot caller, that fight was probably won, but still, Grav Diva bomb combo needs to be much cleaner.
I'm gonna try and touch. I'm gonna try and touch.
And then you guys don't touch, so you guys just got rolled because every time you tried to go in, you guys pretty much just sat at choke and waited for them to ult. Like going back to the start of this
Someone call
fight,
target. I'm grabbing now.
everyone else run into their Brigger's Zarya.
We've
They
all
have
got
grab?
ults here. They're gonna have grab.
Like this Brigida comes up to like here to go contest Volpez. And that should be an all-in call, especially when he gets the first swing. You guys can just speed in at him. And keep Inspire to sort of
I'm gonna grab a
counteract
guess.
him.
Yeah.
Because like look at that Brig, you
Don't
know?
have it.
Behind us.
So more aggression when playing Rhine Goats against Winston Goats. Like you can't play timid against it.
Try and touch. I'm gonna try and touch.
Guys were too focused, got and so I didn't record all of Lijiang, but let's move on to Route 66. So what's it called in the Goats comp? Hanging at a Brig wider instead of make sure you let's see it.
Do we want this, like, the Sombra?
Sombra. He's all right. Stay back enough.
Are you just going?
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, so let's see where you guys are starting. Yakul is in a good position to be able to go shoot people at the spawn. Oblivion, you're in a bad position. You want to be starting like here or up here or on this side of bridge to just get a Sonic off, see what they're running, and then reposition based off that. Lakava, you're starting on this side of caves. You should be starting right here because you can still hack Mega and have a faster time getting their spawn. Rage, you're starting like, oh, you're starting right there. And I don't know why you're starting there, but you should be
Probably
starting
should have played Orisa, right?
Or you can play Orisa
This is
or
the quad
Ball.
DPS.
I prefer Ball in general quad DPS just because he's a lot more survivable. But you can play Orisa on this map on defense and just like hold card against goats until you die pretty much. That's a legit strat. But I like Ball. You should be holding top right here or train car here, but top right's better. You take less damage and spamming at them, potentially booping them and displacing them. And then Pharah. Pharah should be in the air already right here, spamming rockets at their spawn for when it opens. Someone leave. I take full Lopez is having trouble.
Yeah, I think he's having internet issues.
Okay, yeah. So, another thing is Gambit going to be playing Wrecking Ball in Quad DPS, or is it going to be Volpez?
Hey, what?
Volpaz can't play Wrecking Ball.
I know. Will Gambit be playing Wrecking Ball though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, just making sure. Okay, so
Yeah, I see you.
They have a Brig and Ryan. They're ghosts.
there you
They're
go.
always-
Now we recognize their goats. Farah, what you need to be doing here is you can be taking this airspace right here and just hard like spamming 90 degrees above them pretty much. Like they have a D.Va and they have a Zen, so it's a little scary, but with the Mercy Pocket you can just conk back if you ever get in danger. And unless you get 5 orbed, you should be fine. And it's a ton of ult charge and all that stuff. But instead, you're spamming at the same direction that all of your damage sources are. You're just a little elevated, so you can get some damage in maybe. But like D.Va can literally eat all of your projectiles at the same time, and Ryan can shield all of your projectiles at the same time. What you want to do is take multiple angles with Quad DPS, like have maybe a Hanzo here or here, have a Pharah in the air, have a Sombra shooting behind, or more ideally from high grounds, and then have a Wrecking Ball like booping back and forth and shooting and stuff from high grounds, and then calling who's weak and focusing who's weak, basically creating space for snipers. But instead, you guys are all
They're practicing
giving
ghosts.
them space here. Like I said, you guys all started playing back, and like you're playing here, meaning they get free push with barely any resistance because you're all in the same place up to that point, you know?
Okay.
So more aggression,
You're going to,
lack of is now just
Just switching
coming that
comps.
way, which is very slow. Luckily, they're swapping comps, and you guys
Monkey.
should be taking this time to take more space. Pharah should like be over there. Like you should be spamming this D.Va out, this Brig out. Hanzo, you could take top left, spam them out while they're swapping, or take top right and spam them out while they're swapping. Maybe shoot spawn, but you guys are playing
Yeah,
way
running
too
dive, running
passive.
dive.
Monkey goats.
Yeah, monkey. Oh, monkey goats. All right.
You all stack up in the same position again, and one monkey job clears all of you out.
Mm,
In Quad DPS, that shouldn't happen. You should be able to surround a monkey if he jumps onto like a high ground like that and force him off a lot of the time. Or like at least make it difficult for him to force you off, because that took one cooldown. If anything, it should take micro missiles, bubble, Zarya bubble, and a Discord to force you guys off. You know?
Monkey asleep.
Where's their Ana?
'Kay.
Oh, there's.
So Lakova, I'm not sure if you're gonna be playing what's it called? Sombra and Goats all the time. But your job is not to hack Sombra and finding like an ideal target to hack. Your job is to farm EMP off of their tanks. Like you should be 40% by now probably. Just because that D.Va's been sitting AFK and Monkey's been being Monkey, you know? Like just shoot at their tanks and get EMP. So
Wait, is that always the case with Sombra?
right. Rage. You don't want to roll in through a choke like this, because that's an easy way to get CC'd. What you can do is you can hold this corner and peek back and forth to contest, and then bait them into engaging on you and roll them that way. Or you can come from behind and roll them that way. Again, it creates like pseudo chokes around the payload, which makes it difficult. But it's easier than doing like a full choke like this.
I see.
So you can also try for a pile drive from high ground. It makes you pretty easy for CC, so I would recommend only doing it when you know like they don't have sleep dart or anti-nade. But That is a thing you can do.
You're out there.
But yeah, you don't want to go through there.
Holy
I would
CC.
recommend holding there and just
Christ.
piggybacking back and forth to stop payload.
Fucking stunned. Slap.
They're gonna be jumping me here.
Monkey's gonna dive in here.
So yeah, now you guys are all stuck on gas. You guys are taking very slight off angles, which is better than what you were doing at first. But again, another
like, I
jump
should be
just
on-
clears you guys off.
But like I should be
You
like
guys
on
should-
boards or something, right?
You should be there. You should be wherever lack of it is. Somewhere where Yakul is not shooting from. You know, Yakul's positioning is pretty much fine for Widow, because like he generally takes the most main angle as a Widowmaker. But Hanzo is the one that usually like takes all the off angles, and then Lakava, you need to be at just a much higher EMP charge. You should be rivaling Volpez's barrage almost, like 70, 80 by now, and so you should be like up on this high ground, spamming them, maybe up on gas, like teleporting up to gas based on their dive and spamming them again, because you know they don't have cooldowns to commit to you, and you can get your translocator invisibility and get away again. So
I just have to solo barrage the monkey.
so now you guys are they're getting free push this whole time too, because
Diva's hacked.
Rage
back
doesn't
in.
stop the
Not
cart,
Tracer.
Okay, I'm running away.
and then
Bedtime.
is Rage dead again? Oh yeah, let's see. I didn't even see this part when I went over the bar.
Bedtime.
Not Tracer.
Okay, I'm running away.
Bedtime.
Yeah, okay, so you engage them again. Oh, you're not dead. Nice.
Can I go for a slam barrage?
Volpez calls for a pile drive barrage. You
Yep.
guys all
almost
come
there,
from
almost
top
there.
left again, it looks like.
We gotta touch you. We gotta touch you.
I'm here.
Okay, so someone needs to call that they're touching here, like someone very specific, and it should either be Lakava or Rage. It should ideally be Rage, but Rage, if you can't make it in this comp to touch cart, call it, and Lakava is the next one in line. If Lakava can't make it, call it, and then it's literally everyone's Zerg to point, because y'all have the same mobility practically. But you guys should make sure that one of you two can touch cart in this situation, okay? That way, a situation like
Almost
this
there, I'm
doesn't
Where I need to
happen.
go.
I'm gonna
We gotta touch you. We gotta touch you.
Volpez goes to
TC.
cart. Yakul has to commit a cooldown to stop himself from going to cart. Lakava goes to cart.
On it.
And then you guys can use your ults properly and all that stuff.
On it.
Also, Volpez or whoever's playing Fire from now on, you're way too high in the air to be barraging.
Yeah.
If you know, like, you're going to barrage, drop, like, to here or even lower.
Slap, slap, slap.
Oh crap.
Okay,
Yeah, let's switch.
Yeah, so
They got.
that was a little rough.
Oh, challenger.
We gotta touch card
they're
here.
gonna be looking for a grab.
So yeah, you guys want to take the fight on cart
Come on there,
here?
monkey. Monkey jump.
Monkey diving.
Go,
Monkey jump, he has primal.
monkey.
Channeling. Watch out for a grab.
That was good. You guys are keeping okay, so you guys lose this fight pretty much no matter what. But this Ana here, like in a Graviton against Goats comp with Ana, or like just against Ana in general, I want all of you guys to be focusing on where the Ana is. So that's the most important thing, is blocking the anti-nade during trance. Obviously, you guys didn't have trance, but you guys should have trance for Grav, unless you guys just swapped like you did. So, blocking the anti-nade. Obviously, you guys didn't. Oblivion's focused on shooting there. Volpez is... You know, I don't know what Volpez is shooting, or shielding. Looks like this wall here. But, yeah. This Ana is pretty clear in day. So, just focus on finding her in the Grav.
Okay, they're using everything. That's okay. Zarya's down.
Nice.
Yeah, so they just
I
used
think we
like
get one more fight
fucking 4 ults there, 3 ults there. So
Sad monkey ult.
sadly,
bomb,
they
grab.
still have
Yeah,
ult
just need a-
advantage against you guys, so it's gonna be
Someone.
difficult to win this
Yeah,
fight.
we need a. Let's try and get the Ana.
I'm going to point.
So yep.
One sec.
Lopez-
Where
what?
should we be taking the fight first, though, so we can have a second fight?
This corner here.
Did it already pass that before we took the fight?
It was
Yeah, it
about
passed.
here or here. I can't remember exactly.
It
but
passed
yeah,
under the bridge.
We were pretty passive though. Like we could just kind of let them ult us.
Yeah,
Like we
That
didn't
is
really
true.
we didn't really take
Well-
the fight there, right? We just kind of like.
that's difficult because you guys focused primal or focused monkey and forced primal, and then with primal you guys had to back up. If you guys kept going forward, you guys would get split. Like Volpez would get booped into them, and then the rest of you guys would be booped out by monkey.
Oh,
And
right.
he
I think that'd be alright, though, right? To get the second
No.
fight?
Well, you guys get the second fight here anyways.
It's a stagger
I mean,
fight,
the first
kind of.
fight's just like burn ults, right?
Yeah. You guys definitely should have engaged earlier because you guys didn't start engaging monkey until right about there. And then he created enough space for them to keep it rolling to right about here, I think, or maybe a little earlier. But yeah, you guys should have engaged them on this corner when you had the chance.
Grab.
Yeah, just
So let's see this, cause let's see, Oblivion's the late one out of spawn, but the rest of you guys are grouped up.
one.
Yeah, we need to.
So
Let's try and get the Ana.
y'all should just like go over here, and support should go back there, while Volpez holds this corner in this situation. You guys shouldn't stay up top here because you can't help Volpez at all once he's on the cart. So it's just a monkey. He can't damage you guys, especially because he's stunned right now. But he can't damage you guys enough during the transition with a Lucio amp to warrant like not running past him. The only thing I would be worried about is an Onanade, and especially because Oblivion can't eat it right now. But I don't think their on is that good, to be honest.
They're on an anti-nades the whole team right there, I believe.
I don't think so.
I'm going to point. Bring on point, bring
She
on point.
anti-nades two of them because they back up into there. You see, she doesn't anti-Lucio or Volpez, and they're the people who dropped.
Let's try and get the Ana.
I'm going
So
to
yeah,
point.
let's see this. Was
Need
that a
to-
bash? I think that bash hit
Let's try
Lucio.
and get the Ana.
I'm going to point.
Yeah, bash
Yeah.
hits Lucio, and the rest of you guys just back up into the corridor and leave Volpez and Lakava alone.
Point, bring on point, bring it.
Now
I don't think there's a
Arietta
lot
is
you
the
can
only
do
one that
against
gets anti.
Winston Diva that's jumping on your back line. You can't ignore them, or they
But, well,
die.
What I'm saying is you had time with Lucio amp speed to rotate into this hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And if they chase, then Volpez cornering right here can turn around and smash them, and you guys can focus them.
So he was the first person to drop, so we didn't have a shield. So we were taking raw damage. And then the anti-nade
Yes.
came. And we didn't have Oblivion there to eat it.
Okay, so where are you in the rotation? Because you should only be a step behind
we
him
need to.
in this situation.
Let's try and get the Ana.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
you
point.
are a step behind him. Volpez drops, and the rest of you should be following very shortly. You're a little bit more behind.
Someone.
Yeah. We
Look
need
like
to,
you are right next to him inside.
Let's try and get the Ana.
Yeah, so you just followed behind Conga Lining. In this situation, you want to be like balled up with him there because the payload is this close and you know you have to drop. So that's mostly your fault for
Someone.
getting stuck up
Yeah,
there.
We need to.
So as you guys see, you're like very close here, but then you pause
Let's try
there
get
and
the
back
Ana.
up to
I'm going to
start
point.
Conga Lining.
Bring on point, bring on point, bring it.
I'm blocked.
And
Oh,
so
'cause
now
I'm
you
not
guys
trying to
get stuck.
frontline.
What?
I stopped because I'm not trying to frontline and die before the fight starts.
Yeah, in this situation, you sort of have to, like, you don't have to frontline, but you sort of have to be, like, right here to Ryan, Just speed past, because if you stay up here, you lose the fight 100%, If you go down here, there's still a big chance you lose the fight because they got that opening choke damage, but it's a lot better, Because
So,
you can actually contest cart.
like, rather than going on to point here, should I let stay pillar and just contest from there?
Yes, you should
Okay.
hold this corner. Like, as Reinhardt, what you lack a lot of the time is cornering. In
Okay.
goats, you want to just especially defenders goats. You want to hold a corner like that, or the corner over there, or a corner like this, even like a small corner, to like create a pseudo choke with damage and shielding. Because like if you shield here, the only people that can damage you are the people up here shooting behind, or if someone flanks around there. But if you're shielding here, like people from there, people from there, people from there, so it's very much holding corners as goats to keep a defender's advantage, even very slight ones. And it's in general as Reinhardt, it's always good to hold corners because the way your shield works. So Arietta is the only one that dies. You guys still have bomb. Volpez is gonna go down here shortly because of his positioning. So the anti comes out. Yeah, so that was all right from Volpez because he went on to the Brigitte, but he should have known that his team wasn't with him, or you guys should have called that you were still top left. So that way, and told Volpez to just play passive until you guys get out. So, yeah, but one way or another, that information should have been conveyed that you guys are split right now and unable to assist the Reinhardt. Because that's the most important thing in goats is supporting the Reinhardt because he's a carry. That pin was pretty poor. You should have just kept shielding backwards into this corner, Volpez. You don't want to pin in that situation because you could survive there. You still have like 200 HP. If you kept just hard shielding back, you could have potentially gotten saved by one of these two. It's very unlikely, but it's possible.
Yeah, that's what was going through in my mind. Like, I just thought quicker reset.
Yeah. So now you guys are like 3 people and stuck and die.
Are you playing the video right now?
I am, yes. Is it not working again?
No.
It's not working for me. I don't know about anyone else.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's not working for me either.
No.
I
hate
can't stay
this
long, by the way.
stupid
I gotta leave in
program.
like another 15 minutes, probably.
Okay.
Who needs family?
Okay, I hate Visor so much. Chrome's actually about to crash on me. New tab. There we go. And it's working again, okay.
Ben, but
Where were we?
7:30ish.
Okay, alright, so
Left.
no ult should have been called at this point. Are you guys good now?
Yeah. Looks like it's playing.
Okay, yeah. So no ult should have been called by this point as soon as Volpez goes down. Because they have 6 people, you have 4, and you're missing one of your carries. It's almost like you're just not going to win the fight, and it's not worth to commit ults to win the fight.
on high ground.
Who
So
are we on? Who are we on?
We're on baby. Well, I'm on baby diva here. Fucking.
you use bomb, and although it gets the kill, it's still not worth it.
Diva. Oh fuck, it's just me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Grav in this next fight.
I don't think they used shadow.
Auto's like really far.
Okay, so you guys want to go to this corner and hold it right here. Like, Volpez should be swinging around the corner and shielding and holding this angle. And the rest of the team should be, like, top left or over here behind his shield. And then if you guys want to back up, then back up to this corner. And if you guys want to back up again, back up to this corner. But you generally don't want to back up.
Oh, wait, no, they just swapped to.
Back,
Ryan.
move to your end. Move to your end.
I'm gonna do a early grab here.
So yeah, Volpez is not holding the corner. He's just taking blatant shield damage, allowing you guys up top left to be burned by Zarya and Zen. And
Okay, Zarya no personal?
all that stuff. You take the corner now,
Keep it
but
distracted.
you're
Do
like
it
you're
now, do it
opening
now.
the angle a lot.
Nice.
Okay, so
Do it now. Do it now.
that was a really good grab. You need to have a target when you grab right away. Should be Reinhardt, just because he's the carrying goats, the main carrying goats, and is the most important target, as well as he has a big hitbox, and everyone should be able to shoot him in the grav,
Nice.
or at least shoot his shield. So the beat comes out. Oh, that's unfortunate. I remember
Yeah.
that. So yeah, the boop wasn't coordinated with the shatter, which is unlucky. Zarya's in the middle of you guys, and it's unacceptable that she doesn't die there. Like, if you look at her health, she's practically full health when she gets out too. She gets booped there and then stays there for a while.
Zarya in the back.
Oh, okay, she got E'd. My bad. I thought she was full health when she got out.
Find Discord. Find Discord.
Again, no ult should have been called. It should have been called to just back up reset for Volpez. Because you guys can still take like another fight here on Volpez's respawn.
Drop back. Find Discord. Find Discord.
So, if you were going to beat drop, you should have just died on card to get the second fight anyways. But now it's rolling forward as you guys are dying. So you guys need to die on card more. And the beat drop got wasted.
Oblivion, you're just gonna have to do the shot calling.
Okay. All right. Speed it. Speed out. Go into this break. Break on the right side. Break on right side. Break.
So, really good call on Big. That type of calling is what should happen for an all-in too. It should be like all in on Ryan, all in on, you know? Shouldn't be I'm going in or focus Ryan. It should be all in on Ryan. For main tank specifically here, that's a call you need to start using. Volpez and Gambit, I would like to see you both start practicing that. Because it lets the team know that it's a full engage with bubbles and amp speed and stuff in micros on Reinhardt.
Zarya left. Zarya.
So Shatter comes out.
Right side.
So
Break on right side. Break.
how did Arietta get slept?
All right. Speed it. Speed out. Go into this break. Break on the right side. Break on right side.
Oh, okay, that's unlucky. Break on right side. You guys get shattered. Arietta gets focused.
Zarya on left. Ryan. Oh, focus Ryan. Focus Ryan. Focus
I'm on
Ryan.
Ryan.
Ryan is the correct target
I'm
here.
on.
The Diva is just chilling behind you guys. I think, like, did she bomb?
I'm on.
Thought that was your guys' bomb. Yeah, she's just chilling behind you guys. And you're being shot by her and don't notice her for a while, Oblivion.
I'm on Ryan.
Rage notices her rage. If you see something like that, you need to call it out. Because, like, although it clutters comms sort of and, like, detracts from the shot calling, like, if a Zarya or a Diva or in positions like this in the backline, it's okay to detract from, like, the shot, like, the target calling of Reinhardt to call them out of position, because goats can punish out of positioned players very easily, especially ones that severe, and can kill them really fast. Just needs to be calmed.
Dude in the back.
Watch out for the Steven.
Volpez dies instead of backing up and focusing the Diva.
Ryan, Discord. Ryan.
You guys somehow win this fight.
Second
Really
right.
good
Kill on it,
trance.
kill on it, kill on it. Arna on card.
Even
Arna
better
on card.
anti-nade.
She's one.
So
Kill on it.
the call in this, the target call here is Zarya, not Ana. Ana is good when she's 1 HP and out of position here.
Arna on card. Ana's one. She's one.
But the second she started getting healing, you should have swapped to the the frontlining Zarya here instead.
Focus grab.
Or the Reinhardt, because the Reinhardt is
Nice,
back
nice,
from
nice.
spawn now.
On left.
Or is
Second
this... You might not have died in that fight, and Reinhardt was the call
Shield
instead.
Can
Volpez.
you Ryan?
Yeah.
So Zarya is like burning you here. She's a main priority to shield because obviously she's farming grab off of you. She does the most damage to you. And yeah, well those are the 2 reasons why she's the main priority of shielding. But tunnel vision on the D.Va, and then you tunnel vision on shielding the D.Va bomb. You could be shielding Zarya right now, and then last second turn to shield D.Va bomb. You don't need to be hard shielding D.Va bomb the whole time. And that would allow you to survive a lot longer and get your shatter off a lot earlier.
Okay.
Again, Zarya is the call here because she is the carry
D.Va half, D.Va half, D.Va half.
Come on, D.Va.
She's low, no boost. Top left, top
and
left.
only has 400
Chase
HP.
Zarya.
Okay, so
We're low.
she's
We're low here. We're low here.
I'm speeding with you.
No, we're not low.
Okay.
So now you guys want to be cornering again in
Hey,
the
what
same
else?
Use
place.
Graph. They're gonna have Shatter again. They're gonna have Rally.
They should have.
Right?
They might have bomb.
We
I
have
don't know.
Shatter and Rally ourselves.
I'm burning the shield.
You guys are losing shield war heavily right now because
Orion's pretty low.
you're
Back
just
up,
like
back up,
holding
back up, back
shield
up.
for useless spam instead of
Oh,
cornering
sorry,
as a
sorry.
team.
Grab
Play
almost.
around this corner.
They're
as
gonna
you
be
can
looking
see.
for a Shatter bomb, maybe? I think they have bomb again.
Yeah,
Can we
so
do?
stop jumping there. Literally just hold this corner. You don't need to jump back and forth.
I'm burning the shield.
Shatter?
ADing
Stun shatter?
jumping is not good.
Stun Shatter?
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
I can-
ally. That's ally bubble right there. That should be an all-in call. Especially because you guys don't have Grav yet, and you guys only have Shatter, and you know they have Grav. You guys can force a Grav early, and then trance it.
Burning the shield.
Shatter? Stun shatter?
So yeah, ally bubble comes out early,
Stun Shatter? Okay. I can try booping them up, actually.
and then Lakava. If you want to boop them up, wall ride up that way, drop behind, and then boop them up. Don't boom right into the middle of their team.
Shatter?
Stun Shatter?
It's a lot
I can try
easier to
booping
see
them
it
up,
coming
actually.
that way,
3, 2,
and
boop.
you
Oh, will you?
mess up the timing
You might
because
have
of
shatter.
it as well.
Nice. Right. One.
Really big shatter saves the day anyways.
Nice.
Ryan up, keep Ryan up. Break,
Honestly,
break,
you
break,
guys
break,
probably
break,
could have
break,
won that
break,
fight
break.
without using shatter, or at least gotten Grav out. If you all in on Ryan after that ally bubble. So it's very important to all in when you get an advantage like that. Rage uses trance for and when they have Grav, which is just not good. Like
Nice.
the health value here
Break to the team.
aren't great, but like Rage you should have called to back up instead of trancing here because I don't think trance is necessary here. You just back up and wait for Lakava again and heal up, then you're fine. But you can have a more active vocal role in the game's Rage in doing stuff like that, especially when Lakava's dead, calling disengages, calling out of position players like you did with Zarya on Li Jing, and you wasted her grab and shit. So, speak up
Focus break,
more.
focus break. Move up.
I'm on the D.Va. I'm on the D.Va.
Because
Stay on the
that
right
trance
side,
was
stay on
a
the right side.
waste.
Kill him. He split off with me on the right. Right room. Mega over here.
You get him? Nice. They're coming up.
Now push up. Ooh. Low.
My goodness, you're cool.
I've grabbed now. Grab bomb.
Oh.
Push forward. They're gonna have
Okay,
grab
they're
bomb
gonna
too. Let's
eat.
I'll hold
initiate.
corner. I'm holding corner.
Let me burn their shield before they come in. Just see if I can.
Okay,
We can
no
win
one
a fight
on
before
to
that.
Zen now.
I'm gonna try to distract their diva and you can grab. There's Zarya's coming in.
They're looking for Grab.
Get this break.
Yeah.
Breaks up.
Look at that brig.
Get this break.
Like
They're looking.
that brig starts doing that. First of all, Volpez, you should know that they're looking for shatter, and you should call Yakul to bubble you when you swing. That way, you don't get shattered by the bash because they should have and could have shattered you here.
Looking for Grab.
this break. Get this break. Breaks up.
but they didn't have the reaction time. Really good grav. Okay. When you call a grav bomb, which you cool did, Arietta, you need to not use your bash, and Volpez, you need to set up to pin their Reinhardt. 2 tries here, you can, like, if Volpez is clearly going to miss the pin, then you can bash the Reinhardt, Arietta. But if he doesn't miss the pin, then you bash the Brigitte or the Zarya in order to stop bubbles or stop someone from shielding in the grav. Instead, Arietta used bash a few seconds earlier, right here. Bash the Reinhardt right before grav. Volpez misses the pin just completely and leaves you guys open to be shattered.
Come on, Zarya.
Shatters their team.
Second sword.
And so, you guys somehow win this fight, but you guys should have only needed Grav Bomb. You shouldn't have needed to use Rally or Shatter, and could have saved those for last fight. And Shatter could have made the difference in this last fight.
Stagger.
To be fair, you guys have double support ult and are almost to grab, so you guys losing this fight is just not okay.
No, wait, they use that.
They use shadow, they use grab.
They only have
So,
seconds.
again,
Zarya
proper
personal.
ult tracking. They didn't use grab, that was you guys, so just make sure you're ult tracking the right stuff.
Come on, Zarya. I can't see her though.
Because that sort of fucks you here.
Nice. Run.
So, because this is last fight, you guys are all sort of split. Arietta and Volpez are holding main. Arietta, you should never be in front of your Reinhardt like this. You just saw an example of their Brigitte right here, and she didn't get punished because your team didn't engage on her, but she very easily could have.
Back up.
You don't want to be in this position.
We're looking for...
You guys focusing Zarya here is really good, especially because she has Grav. Volpez holding the front line with Arietta and
Wait,
getting
are you
healing
going to
Yeah,
pause
is
it?
really good. I did pause it.
Oh,
Okay, I have shatter.
see, it kept playing for me.
Look for a boop
Use
shot.
it.
Damn it, really?
Yeah, we're at. I'm at like right at the end of the fight.
Oh, break.
Is it still
It's still going.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, we're in overtime now.
Okay, I'm in overtime now as well, but I'm assuming it's in the next fight.
I'm at
Yeah,
13-12.
I just restarted it.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta reset.
It looks like it's in the right place now.
Yeah, I gotta reload.
Rip by Gambit.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta go again. I'll try and peek in later, but
Okay. So you guys good again?
I'm good.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm in the right place.
Alright, so they just all in on Reinhardt. Zarya gets through. Negrav. Oblivion, I'm not sure what your DM status was like there, but I'm assuming it wasn't low because there's literally no reason to DM a Zarya there. So you flash DM here. If you hold it
wait.
and aimed at Zarya,
Or
like
did you
you
pause it at
flash
all?
DM right here. I paused it right there, yeah.
Oh, can you reset yours? Because it's not.
Yeah, I don't see a pause.
Damn it, I hate Visor so much. Okay.
They only have
Zarya no
support.
personal. Zarya no personal.
We're looking
You're
for...
fine.
We got a shatter. No, they use bomb. They're gonna have shatter? No, wait, they use that.
Okay, try pausing it now.
Come on, Zarya. I can't see her though.
Paused.
Okay. It is paused for me.
Yeah, I see the pause.
Okay, yeah. So, don't flash DM against the Zarya, you know, has Grav. Full DM,
Okay.
obviously. You guys use beat and then trance. Again, late trance from Rage. Again, so, Arietta was really low under the beat drop, so
I can't see her though.
it's probably a good idea to trance just preemptively there. just to save them.
Nice. Run.
Run. Keep on running.
So yeah, Zarya is like
I'm on the right, I'm on the
actually just
No friendly
behind
for
you
Ryan.
guys
Get him,
this
get him,
whole
Keep on
time,
running.
Nice.
and no one is calling it. Look at her right there. Someone needs to like see this and call it, because this happens way too often for you guys.
I'm on the right.
No friendly for Ryan. Get him. Run one.
Run. I'm with you.
Really good kill on
Keep it.
Reinhardt. That kill on Reinhardt should
They've got.
make it so.
Yeah, we can contest them.
You guys have an advantage coming up in the next
We
fight.
got a shatter. We got shatter
You
here.
can stun shatter.
Look for a fast shatter here.
Look for a boot.
Yeah,
too.
cool dying late sucks
I almost
there
outplayed
for
him.
sure,
Don't shatter yet.
but
I almost killed the
Shatter,
Zarya
shatter,
actually.
shatter.
Look for a book shatter.
Ryan is in here.
Nice.
Zen.
okay, Zen, Zarya, like this Zarya needs to be called.
We traded Zen. We traded Zen.
Look at Zarya, please. Okay, yep.
Bombing cart.
So
Use it to heal. Fuck.
Oh shit.
just way too many of these fights can be chalked down to you guys letting someone
What
That's why I used to
stand in the back line or letting them do what they want.
I thought
Thanks, dude. And also target prioritization. Most.
So what needs to happen? Like someone in the back line needs to call it.
Yes, well, yeah, the main, like, it's difficult for someone like Volpez or Oblivion to determine their location like they can. Like, they can turn around or they can just see the damage they're taking and be like, someone's behind us. But a lot of the time, like, Rage just saw Zarya and didn't say anything, like, even while shooting at her. So, it's very important, like, especially if you see that, call it. And then, other than that, you guys are very, like, you're way too passive in everything that you do. You're way too passive in ult usage. Like, the one time you guys ulted aggressively, you messed up the combo, just off of the mechanics of pin and bash. So, that was bad, but, like, that was the only time you guys ulted aggressively in that entire attacking, or defending staging. So, not very good.
So we just need
And
to
then,
like practice like actually engaging actually engaging as opposed to like waiting until
Yes.
they engage.
yes, because you guys are being engaged on, and then winning fights off of them engaging poorly, and you guys punishing. You guys and goats need to start learning how to engage aggressively and win fights based off of having an advantage while engaging.
So basically, whoever has the ult should be calling to
Targets if they're like that wildly.
engage early.
Or just like the shot caller.
Yeah,
Like whoever's calling.
or the
like,
Rhine.
Yeah.
Like the person with the ult. Like if you guys are planning to do a Diva Bomb combo, then you can play slower, look for it, but you guys want to be using it like soon. You know, you don't want to wait for them to engage before you use it. You want to use it on them before they engage.
Mhm.
You know, so that still requires some amount of aggressiveness, and like Yakul, you should be looking for it and calling when you grab. That way, the team can like follow up on it with bomb and pin and stuff. And calling it like very clearly, you know, like I am grabbing, or grabbing in, or looking for grab soon, something like that, you know. Like obviously everyone knows you're looking for grab that fight, but like it's very different when maybe they're engaging at the same time you grab and there's a lot going on. It's difficult to tell that you grabbed or that people need to follow up on the grab bomb. So look out for that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and then other than that, right, like if you guys are just looking for Grav or for Shatter, or you're looking to get out Gravs, then the Reinhardt or I mean Oblivion can, but it should ideally be the Reinhardt calling like engages. Like if you're trying to force a grab, what you can do is you can all in on Zarya and like pressure enough to force out a grab from her. And then it makes it very easy for divas to DM it as well, because like they either have to grab or die. And so that type of engage is usually followed up by a support ult from your team, just to make sure everyone stays alive, but doesn't have to be. Sometimes it can be just like a dry push trying to get out grab as fast as can. So like it's up to you guys, but yeah, that type of engage is really good to force out grab. To look for grab, you guys can just dry engage on Reinhardt. Like you hold the corner, you wait for defender's advantage. A lot of Zaryas at this rank just throw their bubbles into the wind, and so you guys need to capitalize on that. And when they do throw their bubble into the wind, just full commit onto their Reinhardt. If you guys are looking for grab, like full committing onto their Reinhardt and almost killing him, you guys can win a team fight if you kill him just straight up, meaning you don't have to use grab for that team fight, but it usually prompts a support ult. Like you guys have been using support ults to keep Vulpes alive in a lot of these engages. Which means you have a better chance to get kills out of the next grab instead of getting it support ulted from the enemy team. So very important, very good for ult economy if you guys be more aggressive. And the main tank is generally the one who calls the engages.
Okay.
Position. Like rage and rhythm for ult charge and stuff like this for the snipe. All rounded the corner and just like went right ground area, harassing the top right on like or to avoid.
I think I want Ana for this.
They're holding close. They're holding in.
Okay, so you guys are running Ana goats, meaning you play slower, wait for antis, or just like slowly
The Ryan's pushed up.
win advantage on their Reinhardt.
Moving the Rhine
They're on
forward.
top.
Really
Focus
good
Ryan,
job
focus
on
Ryan.
killing Zen
One Ryan, I
Oblivion.
guess.
Keep on the Rhine. Keep on the Rhine.
One Ryan, I'm burning the shield.
Is
Burning
this
the
the
shield.
kind of thing that I like?
Okay,
'Cause
okay, okay.
I know
Alright,
like
alright.
I split here. Is that the kind of
So-
thing that I want to do as D.Va?
You guys have spawn advantage, so even if you die here, that's a good trade. I mean, not gonna lie, have better tracking. You kill him here, because I remember watching from first person. You were like missing just
I think I
too many shots.
yeah. I also lost him after I boosted at him.
Yeah. So make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, that's a good trade. So I'm not sure. I forgot exactly where you killed him. So we'll watch. Right. So what you could have done
Oh, did you go back?
is, yeah, I did.
Oh fuck!
Did
it still
not go
paused
back.
for me.
Play. Is it working?
No.
Oblivion.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not working for me either.
I think my internet might actually just suck too much to use Visor and stream this shit. Unlucky. Let me restart for the 17th time. Let's go. I'll find a better application. Fuck Visor.
Ben, but
Focus Ryan. Focus Ryan.
Then one Ryan, I guess.
Keep on the Rhine. Keep
Passing them like towards their spawn areas, and then got on gas as soon as, like by this train
I can die. I can die.
to stop damage or to avoid damage. Like
I think I want Ana.
Ryan's pushed up close.
after Zarya.
Moving the Rhine forward.
One Ryan, I'm burning the shield. Burning
right.
the shield.
So
Okay, okay,
good
okay.
trade with Oblivion.
On Ryan.
You
Ryan,
guys
Ryan can die.
commit to that, and that's a huge anti-nade, and that's just pretty
Zarya,
clinical
focus
shit.
Zarya, focus
Nice
Zarya.
job.
Just can we change
Like I
this?
said, being aggressive, like there, like you guys went
Even a
aggressive
boost
off
going
of the
into
Zen
tunnel?
pick, but I think you guys just being aggressive
I've
there
done those
anyways wouldn't use that fight because they
Back
weren't
up.
expecting it,
Back up.
slash couldn't react to
I
it.
have Shatter.
Zen's coming out here.
Can we
Okay.
They're going top? Oh no, they're going bottom.
So yeah, you're cool. I'm sure you know this is a mistake. Don't be here.
Yeah.
Or you can be here, just retreat faster. Lack of you were behind
top?
Yakul
I know they're
literally
going
a second ago. I feel like you attract to the
Yeah, I can
enemy
hide here
team.
for a bit.
Yeah. So you start just running at the enemy team here. Is it to boop them off here? I'm assuming.
She left to go. hang
Oh,
out
she's
with her family
AFK, right? Or
Big ant. They push up on
somewhere.
card.
Away FK.
yeah. So she tries to
Oh, shit,
poop.
they're ranking
She
up.
tries to boop,
It's my bad actually.
Back up, back up, back up.
and then Yakul dies. She doesn't die, so that's good.
Okay, speeding you
Speed
back.
out, speed out, speed out.
I'm backing up?
Speed out, speed
What do you
out.
think about having the team up there instead?
The team. I
On
think
gas,
that they
while
should be
one
pushing
pushes.
We
payload.
had one person on cart, but
Like I think 3 people should be
Sure,
pushing
Zayas,
payload. You should
but why?
jump on.
yeah, but we're
Why
Because-
three people here?
respawning here.
What?
Why 3 people? If it's already past half?
Is it past the half though? When you put one
Precisely.
person?
Close. Actually.
It
wouldn't matter if
barely
you had 3 people
gets
if it's
to
past
the
half.
It gets to the half with 3 people.
Right.
So if you put one person, it doesn't get to the half, and you potentially have a recontest here if you win 2 fights. Or I mean,
One fight.
1 fight. After you've already won fight, meaning it's a 3 fight point instead of a 2 fight point.
But if
you
there's
put
also one on
person.
card and we contest the top, the card's also still pushing.
That is true, but someone can just go touch card to stop it, which is pretty common. Like, especially because card's right here and people like you can contest it from up top here.
Mm.
So if you set up a Reinhardt up on gas and then walk back here to or stay up top gas to contest, and then when they start coming up, reposition this way, then that's good. But that only works if the card's like here, which it wasn't. It arrives here by the time that happens. So I think it's better to just what's it called? Have 3 people here. So you want Diva, Ana, and Brigitte to be pushing the payload, and Lucio, Ryan, and Zarya to be like taking space, or not taking space, but like pushing up for you to get ult charge for the most part, and then backing up to the team. So you 3 can be up top here, and then back up to the cart, drop to cart, and then have an engage from them, and then engage like normal.
Oh shit, they're ranking up. They actually went high ground here, which is really smart. Bad, actually.
Yeah.
Back up, back up, back up, back
Okay,
up.
speeding you
Speed
back.
out, speed out,
So
I'm backing up.
speed out, speed
I'm
out.
down.
like honestly,
Back up.
that was fine, and contesting that high ground doesn't give like a whole lot. Like
I mean, if we didn't contest, we would have still lost, probably, because they can still contest from their high ground roof.
they can if they try and contest from the roof, you literally just pour damage into them. Like Glakova can get up top here and then boop.
Mm-hmm.
Reinhardt can and stand on top of payload and swing at them. Diva can boop them. All sorts of shit can happen, and this sign right can potentially split them. And this creates like no choke. It's not really a choke, but it's like you can center your damage there. So they wouldn't have won that, especially because like if they contest here, you guys can just rotate to this side of point and use this point as cover for your squishies and shield as well, and boop them away from contesting it. Like if Lakova boops them that way and Diva boops them that way instead, and you get the card to roll more, you're just getting free progress, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm backing up.
Speed out, speed
I'm
out.
down.
that's what I mean by contesting gas isn't super important.
On fire.
We were all over the place there.
Yeah.
We had one person on cart, but
So wait, did you guys have one person on card at that time anyways? You get 3 here. Yeah, so Lakova comes
Dude, I can
to
hide
help
here for
you.
big ant. They push up on
Oblivion
card.
is baby. I did not realize he was baby.
Oh shit, they're ranking up.
Yeah, so you get punished. Yeah, so again in this comp you want Lucio, Ryan, and Zarya to be taking space, and these 3 to be on the cart for the future.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're
Rock to the left.
You think?
top. On the bridge.
Better probably.
They're gonna have. I don't think they'll have.
So you guys are pushing up.
On the bridge, Zen and Zarya.
Then on the bridge. Then get
On the
that.
bridge.
Watch your shadow. Watch your shadow.
So wait, how did you die,
Then- then-
Arvada? So you're in front of Volpez right now. Is it because you
I don't
jumped
think they'll
back?
check- Hey,
So-
top. On the bridge, Zen and Zarya.
Then-
Yeah, no, you tunnel vision too much and you walk in front of Volpez. At the same time, Volpez, you don't want to be swinging and then backing and then swinging and then backing. You want to be like hard shielding against this comp and walking forward to take space and then like engaging on Reinhardt and then if that's the case, backing up again. If you want to just farm nano or wait for an anti or something like that. But you don't want to be jump forward, jump back, jump forward, jump back, because messes up Argetta, but also you get discorded and a lot of damage is taken. So hard shielding is much better when you're walking up, especially because you have speed boost.
Watch your shadow. Watch your shadow.
We lost one.
Yeah, we lost.
Why are we so far up?
Back up.
Wait, we've.
We have grab bomb here. Let's just do it.
Yeah. Alright.
Any heals?
There's Zarya. You see that Zarya?
Yeah, I see her. I'm ready.
See one behind us.
She's waving to
Watching
me.
it.
Sorry behind.
I'm doing it now. Yeah, fine.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Again, you missed the pin. You gotta start hitting that pin, Volpez.
Nice.
Gambit, you missed the pin sometimes, well, a decent amount of the time as well. So
I consider myself a sniper when it comes to the pin.
Kill
What
the
do you
ring
mean?
here, kill the
Let's
ring.
go sleep.
in the grab, you missed the pin on for grab bomb. At least
I didn't have. Oh no, that grab bomb on Hollywood. It was because I didn't have pin.
I'm not thinking of any specific one. I just remember a lot of
Come on,
instances.
start with.
Alright, I'm backing up.
Or don't remember. I remember a lot of
They're gonna have one more contest
remembering
here.
of
They're gonna have bombs.
instances.
They're gonna
You know
have,
what I mean.
Actually, just gonna bomb and grab, I think, right?
They're up top.
Coming from top.
Yeah, they're coming.
Good
top. Watch out for
preemptive
grab.
rally to counter their rally. Oblivion
I
isn't
can
really
you.
getting rally.
I'm on
armor,
the
but-
run.
Okay, so Brigida drops
bubble
down.
you.
You guys
I'm on
bubble
the
at the
run.
same time. You
I'm
guys should
breaking.
be cheating at this point.
The bridge
Okay,
is pushing.
Zarya is behind again. Lakova, you're the one who did the booping there. Make sure you call when you boop like a Zarya into the
behind.
back line.
Oh my god.
That's really good ult
Nothing we can do
usage.
against that.
Oh my god.
What was bubble usage like? Don't again, you cool. Don't ally bubble the Reinhardt in gravitons. Against grab bomb, you want to bubble a squishy.
The triangle, right?
But yeah, the triangle like we talked about.
Against that.
Wow.
And I'm dying on cart.
Wait, are we dying on cart? Okay.
Yeah, dying cart.
So that sucks, but you guys died to a grab bomb. They shouldn't like they should just you guys should
Okay,
just win
they're
this next
maybe gonna have
fight.
Shatter again,
Alright.
and then all their support
Maybe
ults
not. I
again.
thought you guys
It
had
was Zenith
trance
playing
and
really
Zen for a second.
not dying for it.
Big anti, big anti.
Big anti.
Look out for shatter. Look out.
Damn, I
Big
wish I
anti,
saw
big
the big
anti.
anti. Sorry.
Look out for shatter. Look out.
So
for
yeah,
shatter.
you guys didn't follow
Zen's
up
on
on the
cart, Zen's on
anti. You
cart,
guys should be
forward.
just like murdering this Reinhardt right now. Like he was overextended there. He's like separated from his team by the cart here. Oblivion is behind him, being able to like pour damage into him, and Arietta has the potential to stun him. So like you guys should be full committing to this Reinhardt. Like,
Far forward.
but you guys are very apprehensive, and you
How low does he get? He
shooting
gets
him.
about half.
Zarya, no
Yeah.
pressing him.
This brig's on me.
Shit.
Keep me up.
Volpez doesn't block the shatter, so you guys get full health.
No bubbles. No bubbles. Ryan.
Focus targets, focus targets.
Come on, Ryan.
Still on Ryan.
So.
Ryan. I think it's just me on point.
Biggest takeaways here: cornering and aggression. Is goats. You want to hold corners and then being more aggressive and actually taking a fight. Not gonna lie, I didn't watch past this point because I was super tired today. But we will see.
guys contest point while.
Okay, so right, I went AFK for this. I would like you guys to run standard monkey goats instead of protect the McCree. I feel like it's just better than protect the McCree here. You can play it better, and so the way that comp works is you have like Brigitte, Zarya, and Monkey on hut, and depending on what they're running, like just like if they're running goats, taser them as Monkey and like grenade them and stuff. Brigitte doesn't do a whole lot, I don't think here, except for armor pack, and then like you can jump there and bash up to here to peel if they try and do something there. But
I suggested Sombra floats for this. To be honest.
Sombra floats could be alright.
On defense.
On defense. Yeah, we can try that if you guys want. In the next scrim, do Sombra instead of McCree.
You have to like correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong, but if you do Sombra on the McCree and you're playing against like goats, you have to like give up some amount of like percentage on the first cap while you charge EMP, and then you're like,
yeah, pretty much, and then you charge ults off of the team fight win.
You charge.
I couldn't hear you because you kept cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot. But
does this sound any better?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like, my mic wasn't. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way that you like play Sombra floats against like any monkey goats or Zen goat or monkey goats or Ren goats or whatever here is like basically like concede some of the point, let your Sombra farm an EMP, win the first fight off of an EMP, and like snowball ults against
you don't
them.
want to just like have the game plan be concede the point, but you don't like the objective is to not die, and that
Right.
generally means you concede the point.
You just
And
like give
so,
up
yeah,
some
you-
amount of percentage while that EMP is charging, right?
Yeah, and then you use EMP and win the fight off of that based on focus fire, and then the hope is you guys have support ults and hopefully save primal for future fights. That way you can just snowball with ultimates in order to win the next fights. Because like if you primal to win next fight, then Sombra should have an EMP or should be close the fight after that, and you guys should win the fight with EMP. And then every time they have like tank ults, you guys have support ults. And like big IQ things you can do is if they have Grav Bomb, like full int on Zarya with like a support ult or something to force out Grav, and then hack D.Va. Or just yeah, you can actually just rally full int on Zarya and then hack D.Va when she grabs. And what's it called? Then the Grav Bomb's ruined, you know?
Right.
So
Hang out with McCree and call it rotation.
it's definitely like you can play it against combos pretty well. You just have to. It's one of those comps where like
They're doing
when you have to be aggressive, you
Looks like they're
really have
going-
to be
they're going
aggressive to
left.
win.
Oh fuck! I fell down. God damn
So
it.
Oh shoot.
Volpez, even with this comp, I would like to see you start here because if they're running goats and they go down these lanes, it's just a bunch of real charge. And if they're not running goats and they're running like DPS comps, they can force you off of this high ground. You can drop here, or you could jump to either of the high grounds. So
Yeah, this is
no
my
reason to
first time
not
playing.
start on hut.
Did you start it?
Okay, so
Oh no, I thought it was paused.
if
for
they're
something.
continuing to rotate,
Wait. Is it playing
What?
right now?
no.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if the call is that they're continuing to rotate, you guys should drop and back up over here and like rotate over here if they chase you. Like you guys should never stop rotating against goats as protect the McCree, especially on a map like this.
So where do we like continue to rotate to?
So yeah, if they push you off of here, then you drop down to here. If they end
Wait,
up
are you
here and then they
drawing?
drop, I am drawing.
Oh.
Can you not see my drawing?
No.
Fuck. Someone else like try and take control for a second. Is it not letting you guys?
Give me a second.
Oh, what? Take control? Yeah.
Yeah, it still says I'm in control. Does it say someone else is in control for them?
No, it won't let me take control.
No. Okay. Is my drawing working now?
I can't see anything. I refreshed it.
God damn it, man. I'll refresh as well, I guess. So, okay, is it working for you guys now?
Go ahead and try to play it. Oh my. Holy crap. Give me a second. Visor's actually being insane right now with me. It literally won't let me
Okay.
exit full screen or press anything.
Holy shit, okay.
Wow. Alright, I'm just gonna have to make a new window. Visor. Alright,
Okay, I'm gonna hit play.
go ahead. Alright, it's working.
Is it
now.
working? Okay. So let's go back 5 seconds. They're continuing to rotate. And then Lakava went into like a longer sentence, so. I didn't understand what she said, but I'm assuming she said that means we need to go down. Which is correct. If they're rotating up here, you don't want to take a fight against goats here. Like, Lakava can wall ride and try and boop. In Oblivion, you can use your boosters to boop and then backtrack back there.
Mhm.
But everyone else should be dropping here. And if they keep pushing, rotating around the hut over here. If they keep pushing into gas, or into the mega up here. And just around and around and around. Into it, because eventually McCree's gonna get a kill, ults are gonna come up, and yada yada yada. And if they try to contest point, the tanks just piggyback on and off infinitely.
Back
Dropping?
And if you need to, give up a tick.
Break,
But
break, break,
here,
Right on point, right on point.
you guys
Get this-
rotate
get this in.
straight
He's
across.
out of position.
We traded. Bryce
Don't
Discord
die
on
by
point.
some
Right, 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 right,
miracle.
right.
No, sorry,
And
sorry.
don't
Sorry,
die
sorry.
by
Sorry,
some
sorry,
other
sorry.
miracle up there.
I got
Hello,
it.
can I get a heal?
You only have Zen for.
It's
Zen
actually
for-
a wonder
You see
how
one
like
break?
Brig is low, Brig is low. I got the health back.
only 3
Oh,
of
wait,
you
we
guys
can-
died.
You can leave her.
Yep.
Oof.
Me and McCree are coming back.
Hold high ground again.
Yeah, we hold high ground again. They might be. Are they gonna swap? No, they're staying on.
No.
Oh, fuck.
They're going right.
Yeah. No, they're not pushing in yet.
They're
Alright, rotate.
Up high noon soon.
Okay, now they're going top
They're
left.
not gonna have ults for a little bit here. Okay, here they come. Wait.
The break drop down.
I'm gonna need health here.
Yeah. Okay. Keep heals on our McCree for a bit here. Zarya's just standing.
oh, wow.
Amping heals.
Don't let him lose mech.
I booped. Oh wait.
I'm on the Zen.
There's defense
Hold
low.
down,
We just Brig it. Brig is in our team. Brig is in our team.
She's
Alright,
booped
I'm on
off.
point,
she's
I'm
booped
on
off.
point, I'm on point.
See how Discord?
Going off point.
Break's low and mini.
D.Va won. D.Va Zen mech.
Then Discord,
We're winning
then
this, right?
Discord.
Yeah, we're winning. We're winning this.
Zen in the back, Zen in the back.
Brian.
I'm with
I got
this.
the Zen, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Okay, get this Ryan. Get this Ryan. Everybody on Ryan. There we go. And
Lucio.
then.
Lucio?
Did we get that Lucio? Oh,
They're
he
playing
jumped up.
pretty
They're
poorly.
gonna have
Like,
grab
Back in
bomb.
position.
They're gonna have shatter.
That wasn't off the
Monkey-
back of us
Start
doing
here,
anything
guys, they
right,
might-
right? They just like
well,
Okay.
didn't.
yeah. So they're sort of like colliding with you guys here, and then saying nope, fuck it, and dropping to point for no reason. And then like that, it's so weird because their Ryan drops to point, and then their Brigida stays in the middle and tries to 1v3 you guys, and then like it's all sorts of fucked for them.
I
So,
see Diva
like,
going
Like you
left.
guys
She might be
were
trying to
making a
spook us.
mistake in
Oh,
staying
fuck.
here, but that was the only mistake you guys were
Are
making.
they still going
like,
left?
The rest, like you were
Yeah,
still
rotate,
doing
rotate,
everything
speeding,
else
speeding,
you were
speeding.
doing.
I'm going down to point.
Vulpes'
Okay, they're
starting
coming
position is
around.
alright.
Yeah, they're
They're going down. Just no, hold on here.
Zen alone.
Like what are they
Guys,
doing?
guys,
Okay.
Oh, jump back up, jump back up. Help me back
I'm
up.
down, I'm down.
Arietta.
Nice.
Just no, hold on
Zen
here.
alone. Zen alone.
Yeah, so
Trent.
I got
Nice.
a couple.
Oh, jump back up,
so
jump
yeah, you
back
just
up.
got
Help me back
booped,
up.
you missed your bash. What was your
Nice.
health total when you
Oh,
Oh,
bashed?
jump back up, jump
Yeah,
back up.
so you're already half HP when you bashed. You need to make sure you're keeping track of your health total. It would have been better to bash into there or bash off the high ground, basically like away from them. So make sure you're keeping track of your health. Not a huge deal as you guys
Okay, we
just
traded.
fight.
Zen,
Zen, Zen, back line.
Oh, Zen. You gotta get
Zen.
Zen.
Where's
What
he?
the fuck?
Oh,
Is that in the back line?
I'm down, I'm down.
Bring
Wow,
one.
Zen just got booped
Okay, we
so
traded.
far
Zen,
back.
Zen, Zen, Zen,
Oh,
back
that was
line.
a Lucio that
Oh,
got back.
Zen. You gotta get
Zen.
Zen.
where's he? Oh, he's on top.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
we got
gonna
taxi.
go speed our
Yeah.
guys, but hang on.
I have high noon for next fight. What do they have? Grav?
They're gonna have bomb.
Yeah,
They're gonna
so-
have grav.
Volpez or any main tank here.
Hmm.
You guys have staggers coming back, and you don't want them to get early space. What you could do is you can use Primal to stall for time and let the team set up. And make sure you call that you're doing that. So that way, they don't just rush the point thinking they need to just get there in time, and they can actually spend some time setting up on high grounds and stuff like that. Because if Yukul sets up on a high ground there and gets high noon, that's really good. But if he's just running back and like high noon's here or whatever, that's not great, you know? So something you can do is just Primal to stall, keep them preoccupied with
Probably
you while
Lucio.
the enemy
Yes, we got
resets.
Lucio.
Or while you guys
They use
reset.
trance, right?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think they
No, I
used
don't
any
think so.
defensive
No.
ults yet.
It looks
They
like
use beat.
yeah, it looks like you guys are
No?
back in
I
I don't
time.
think so.
They're going
I don't-
left again.
I think they used beat.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
they-
you guys are back
They're
in time.
main,
Are they
main,
going
main.
left again?
They're main.
Oh shit!
I'm on point. I'm on point. I'm out. I'm out.
I'm dropping down, dropping down.
Oh, that's how you guys lost that fight. I remember now. Oh, yeah. So, I'm sure you guys know this now. Don't stand there for high noon, or in general, because you get booped super easily. You want to be standing like here or over on this side, close to this edge or this edge, as to not get booped into the water there. Same with here, you want to be standing close to this edge and this edge. You don't want to be standing close to this edge right here. Or this edge.
Sorry, me.
God damn it.
That's my fault. Sorry, guys. Oh shit.
I remember
Come
now.
on.
Rage
I was
generate,
like,
rage
how do you
Zen in
guys
the back,
lose
Zen
a
in the back,
fight
Zen in
to
the back.
these guys?
Come on, Zen.
I remember
Zen.
now.
Okay, Rage is still
Zen, Zen, Zen. Zen one.
Hard
No,
throw.
use ults,
Oh, we
use
can't
ults.
win. We can't win. No.
What? Did you guys
Yeah,
both get
that
booped
that
off?
is a bit
Yeah.
of a hard throw.
Holy shit.
Rage can't believe it.
We have Monkey Alpha next fight.
Okay, did they
You guys
still
gotta let
have
me
ults
throw
left?
sometime.
Do they
Hey,
still have
Lucio,
grav?
Yeah, they should.
Dude,
still
I
grab it.
I kid you not. I got back from being AFK right at that moment that they capped.
Nice, we got one.
Okay.
It was
That's what-
Pressure,
wicked.
Zarya's main. Zarya's
Okay.
main gate.
So Volpez with Primal, what you haven't used Primal yet, which is a little weird. Like Primal is very good for saving your life in a situation, but it is immensely good at splitting goats. Like when they engage, what you can do is you can Primal Monkey in and then Primal the rest of the team away. Like if Monkey just jumps in on you guys, like Primal hit him once and then jump at the team and make sure they can't follow up. That way, Monkey is so out of position that you guys should be able to kill him. Or at least you can get a fuck ton of ult charge off of him, if nothing else, from him popping primal after getting low, and you primaling the rest of the team away, you know? But making space with primal, like, it forces a lot of ults and results in team fights wins. And it's even better against Reinhardt's, because if Reinhardt were to engage, like, down mid or over here, like, Reinhardt's right here, you drop down, primal Ryan in, and then turn around and primal the rest of the team away. So, very good for splitting. You need to use it more proactively. Same goes for Gambit.
Pressure,
They're
pressure.
trying to come up. Hook them up.
Zarya.
Yeah, we can speed onto them. Speed onto them.
Monkey one, monkey one.
Zarya.
I'm backing out, backing out.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, we're backing up, I guess.
Back up.
Monkey jumped at me.
They're all
Anyone?
trying to come
Sorry.
up here.
D.Va one.
Back up. Back up.
They used
Yeah,
Trance.
so not gonna lie, the
They're pushing
typing
with that.
distracted me. I don't know what was happening.
In the back.
Really
in the back.
good jump. You have primal, then should just die here.
Dead?
I can't save you.
Oh
You
my
guys are
God.
even because that was a really good
Yeah,
bomb
yeah,
and you didn't have shield, but you guys should win because spawn advantage.
Jesus.
I'm
On
down.
Lucio.
It's just you, Velpez, I think. Okay, no. You
Uh,
can
Those
pressure Diva,
good use
so
of
we
yeah,
can
you
grab
guys-
Diva.
to stall it out,
What?
like force their beat.
Oh yeah, that was a good beat. It forced their beat. It allowed to stall it out. Really good primal from their Winston. Their Winston surprised me with his primal control to be able to boop 2 people with it there.
I'm pretty sure their whole team was GM except for the Lucio.
Yeah. Well, no.
Or like High Masters.
No, not at all. Not at all. There's Zarya's Masters there.
They were like High Masters, and I think Peepo was like low GM, like for 4,000.
I'm
like,
talking. I don't know what their actual SR is, but I'm fairly certain like their skill level is 3,800. Peepo might be 4K, maybe a little. No, not 4K. Their Lucio might be higher, but the rest of their team.
No,
definitely-
Lucio is 3K. He's the lowest SR on their team.
Really, their Lucio
I-
has some pretty good control. Like he isn't doing all the redditing and stuff like to be able to boop like you should be, but he's not feeding, which is surprising.
It's surprising not to see a feeding Lucio. Got it.
Yeah, especially in the goats meta. Like only high level Lucios don't feed in goats for whatever reason. Anyways, yeah, their Brigitte's a bot burger. There's Zenyatta trances at terrible times and has terrible aim and has terrible positioning some of the time. There's Zarya is very telegraphed on grabs, terrible bubble usage. That's pretty much it to make
So
a bad
they're really
Zarya.
good at Overwatch.
Their main tank is probably their best player, and even then, he was making a lot of mistakes, like dropping down on point without his team, while his team just was top right and didn't punish like overextensions and stuff. Like you guys,
Monkey's low. Monkey's half.
so
Monkey's
yeah,
just
you
scored.
guys need to
Look at
be
the
like
ult now.
actually killing stuff right now. You guys
He's
are
low,
all
he's
like,
half.
look at.
Diva?
Okay, no.
Let's go back in this fight a little.
I'm
On
down.
Lucio.
Let's look at the
Just see
health
Velpez,
totals up
I-
top right.
Okay, no. You can
Pressure Diva, so we can get grabbed.
Pressure Diva. The call comes out, and Diva's taking no damage.
Monkey's
Winston's
low,
taking
Monkey's half.
damage. Lucio's taking
Monkey's just
damage,
Look
and
at
then
the
Diva
opening
starts getting chunked. 2 armor packs get used on her before she starts getting
Nice.
actually focused.
Diva. Lucio's one.
On D.Va. D.Va.
Zarya's.
Winnable. Call
It
target.
is so hard to like focus on a single target right now. Like, I wanna specifically look at, like, health totals right now, but, like,
keep on.
You guys
keep on.
calling
She's still up.
very different targets a lot of the
I'm on
time.
Zarya, I'm on Zarya.
Now calling Zarya is really good.
Next target. Break. Everyone break.
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 She's too far now. She's too far.
Okay, speeding.
So that was a ridiculous
They
fight
don't
to
have
win.
Nice, they didn't get a check. Let's chase.
Yeah, I'm with you. D.Va no boost. Okay, no, they have Lucio with
That
them.
is
They have
top right.
Go after
Back up,
Zen.
back up, back up.
You don't-
Oh,
Sorry, no friendly.
this is what we have a question about.
I'm up here.
Okay, I'm speeding back.
So we killed the Zen.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
Like, if it resulted in a kill and you guys aren't, like, anywhere near dead, that's a good play.
So we lose. So we still. I think we still lose this fight. Whenever we were VOD reviewing this.
No, I remember this fight. So fucking Yakul ends up over here and grabs at some point during this fight. And then, like... Oh, wait, I remember this. Was that a different set? That might be a different set. No. That was the same set.
Grab, grab.
So I
There's
went
Zen's dead.
AFK.
There's
Yeah.
Zen's dead. There's Zen's dead.
Adapt
So,
in a second.
we have a really good sight on this fight here.
Nice.
Zarya.
On Zarya.
I'm on Zarya, I'm on Zarya.
Come on,
So
Zarya.
Volpez
I'm a
called
Yeah.
Zarya, and you're not shooting at Zarya. Make sure you're shooting at Zarya. Sin goes for everyone. Yeah. So again, this so yeah, that did happen. Okay.
This is one of the fights I was pretty curious about.
Yeah. So not gonna lie, I didn't see very much of that. I saw the grab there. I saw the kill on Zen. From your perspective, I saw you guys jump back and then like.
Wait, are you playing right now?
No, I paused.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw from your perspective, I saw you guys jump back over here, and then you get blown up, if I'm not mistaken, and among other things, and it just spirals from there. And they didn't even use ults. I'm assuming it comes down to microplay in that situation and just like positioning and whatnot. I can't really tell from that, sadly. But we can revisit your VOD if you would like, and see if we can figure it out.
I wouldn't mind because we didn't really like come to a consensus on what we should have, what was like correct to do there.
Yeah.
Do you have my?
So, after this map, we'll
Okay.
go to your VOD. So hold up. Let's. How does this fight start?
It's paused for me.
Me
I
too.
hate this.
Play
It's paused.
It's paused.
still. Okay. What the fuck? Oh, someone just.
Yeah, I just took it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm down.
Is it working now?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Bring in the back. Bring in the
Yeah,
back.
we're in.
Zarya.
Briggs heading. No, Lucio's heading to point.
Bring in the back on us. Hold on.
Fall back, guys.
Why do I do that? Can I go back here? I'm dead.
I'm on Zarya, I'm on Zarya.
Come on, Zarya. I'm on Zarya with you.
I'm out.
Oh, I'm down.
Asserting
Lucius,
Bring in the back.
dominance.
Bring in the back.
Grab the Zarya.
Briggs heading.
Oh, yeah, I still grab him.
Lucio's heading to point, I think.
Honestly,
Oh, God.
not
Bring
a
in the back on us.
terrible play considering she is.
She was high
grab,
charge.
Fall back, guys.
and
as
she
well.
is hard charge.
Wait, not a terrible play, or was it terrible? Play?
Not a terrible play. Not a great play, but not a terrible play.
What else do they have now?
And also you're starting dominance.
They're gonna have all support,
Always
right?
important. Better
on
than winning.
the-
You're
keeping Zill's-
You're gonna have grabs.
You're keeping Zill spirit with us.
Monkey jump, monkey jump.
Right, so Monkey jumps on
me.
Rage.
Okay.
Arietta gets
Zen in the back,
bashed
Zen in
by
the back.
their
Zen
Arietta.
in the back, Zen in the
Volpez
back.
By
jumps-
dare Arietta.
There's a break.
I'm on break, everyone on break.
I'm still on.
Salting.
Okay, look
Get
at
the
Winston
monkey, get the monkey, no jump,
side of
monkey.
you guys.
I'm dead.
Monkey low,
Good
monkey low, get the monkey, get the
boop.
monkey.
That was a really good.
Lucio one in the back. Lucio one in the back.
Just
So-
tell me.
I
when
was
you-
early.
Yeah. Wait, what was early? Go back.
The beat was early.
Oh yeah, the beat was early.
On Zen.
okay.
On Zen. Zen in the back. Zen in the back.
Zen in the back, Zen in the back.
Like with beat,
Monkey's
you
on
want to
me in the
like
back.
wait as
break.
much
I'm
time
on
as
break, everyone on
possible
break.
before
I'm on
beating
Salting.
Get the
in
monkey,
a
get the
grab
monkey, no
or
jump,
in any
monkey.
situation. Like wait
I'm
until
dead.
last
Monkey low,
second,
monkey
pretty
low,
much,
get
but
the
don't
monkey.
wait till
Lucio
it's
one in
too
the back.
late.
Lucio one in the back.
Oh, I can't help this.
And Volpez, you want to like when you know they have grab bomb, you want to make sure that
Monkey,
you
everyone
like
monkey.
Come on, monkey.
you
Monkey,
use
monkey,
bubble
monkey.
to block it. Because like that was a really good
On
primal
monkey.
from Zen, but you had time after the primal ended to block the grab, or the bomb in the grab.
Yeah.
So
Break, I'm on break.
Monkey,
Break,
monkey.
break, break, break.
make sure that you're doing that.
Zarya, no
Sorry,
personal,
sorry, sorry,
Zarya,
sorry.
personal.
Focus Zarya on point. Sorry, sorry, sorry.
Focus
Focus sorry,
Zarya,
sorry.
Oh,
Sorry, 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 sorry. Sorry, sorry. Sorry.
So yeah, you guys should be giving up ticks right now. Like, you guys should have given up ticks to just fully regroup. Because now that Yakul and Rage are alive, you guys could be re-engaging right now. But instead,
Big
you guys
anti, Zen's
you're
low.
staggering.
Main.
Grabbed.
On
Call out
Zen?
targets. Who are you on?
On Zen?
Oh, it's just. What fucking. God damn it.
Interesting. Nice.
Oh my god, that's Arya.
Pinata's asleep. In
Wait, where are you at?
I'm at
33-27.
27.
Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it.
They just that the Zarya got killed by the
Oh, it was a
Diva bomb.
Yeah. That was sad.
Didn't eat
So yeah, that was rough.
boop with Yakul too.
Yeah, but
Very
I
bad
had
target
some-
focus. Very weird cooldown use.
Let's go right and take high ground like they did.
Is this to be honor Zen?
Oh, Zen.
Zen.
Welcome back, Lakaba.
Thanks. Everyone left
They're
because I
holding
guess everybody
top.
has to wake up at 5 in the morning.
On top of the card.
Hi,
Guys, I'm a bit.
Koui.
Kaui.
Kawi.
Kaui.
Kawi.
On top of the card.
Yakul is now the master, and I'm just giving commentary because he is in favor
He did
of
it.
the Geyser gods.
I don't know. Maybe I just have a bad
please go
computer.
monkey.
The monkey.
Speeding onto him.
So yeah, I'll go back real quick.
Solid camera
Let's
work.
go right and take high ground like they did.
Shh, it's like my first time.
They're holding top.
Okay, so,
On top of the card.
Guys, I'm a bit far from you guys.
right, so Monkey drops there and gets hacked. What the? Oh right,
Monkey,
Arietta was
monkey,
working
please
on
go,
her,
monkey.
that stuff.
Okay. What? Speeding onto
Did you
him.
guys use amp there?
He's hacked. He's hacked.
Or
Alright, Discord,
no?
Zarya.
Oh, he jumped. Double defensive.
They're
Like,
holding top.
On this rotation, did you use
on
amp
top of the
speed?
card.
Guys, I'm a bit
Usually
far from
I
you guys.
speed us in, so I would think I used amp.
You didn't use
Monkey,
amp
monkey,
there,
please go,
and then
monkey.
you didn't use amp here, I don't think.
Speeding onto him.
Oh, maybe you did,
He's-
but
he's
maybe
hacked,
it was
he's hacked.
early.
Discord,
I couldn't
Zarya.
tell. Like,
Oh,
you guys
man.
didn't
Just
full
have it.
commit to the Winston if that was
on top
amp
card.
speed.
Guys, I'm
There
a
was a
bit
lot of
far from you
confusion
guys.
at this point, I think, because I didn't know where we were going.
Monkey, please go monkey.
Okay. Speeding onto him. He's hacked. He's hacked.
Again,
Discord,
yeah,
Zarya.
like I know it's high pressure situation,
Zarya?
cool, but a
Zarya, no personal.
location
Monkey,
would
monkey,
do a
monkey,
lot.
monkey.
Yeah,
Keep
I
her
figured
around,
that.
keep her
I'm
around.
low.
Monkey's still half.
Because that's like an audible,
Bring
right?
up top
Because
alone.
otherwise we're trying, we're
Okay.
trying to go up
Speeding.
through
Be
the
honor
right
Zen.
side, so.
Oh, Zen.
Let's see.
Zen,
What would I call there?
defensive.
They're holding top. Outside the door.
Uh,
On top of the card.
More
Guys,
like
I'm a
at
bit
the
far
corner.
from you guys.
On top of a cart. I love it. Now it's hut.
Monkey, please go monkey.
That's
Your
hard.
truck.
Okay. Speeding onto him.
Truck.
Outside.
Truck,
He's
hut,
hacked. He's hacked.
Alright, Discord, Zarya.
Main.
oh goodness.
Zarya?
Zarya, no
If you
personal.
just say
Zarya,
The
no
po-
personal.
Monkey,
Maybe.
monkey.
Is it really active?
Keep her
Yeah.
around.
Main
Mom,
could
mom.
work.
Monkey's
Truck
still
could
half.
So
work.
if you just call him
Car
main.
could work. Like yeah.
Yeah, everyone would know to look for truck or car.
Where Brig is, that's called ops.
Look for another hack.
Monkey, no jump,
Honestly, I call that
That's
right
comms.
side.
That's comms.
And on like the garage, I call left
Sorry,
side.
no personal?
Left side inner.
I'm on the
Left side
break.
high ground is
Like,
where
can
I
we
call
push in?
that
Can we push
inner
in with you
area.
here?
He was almost out of meg.
Like honestly, just go based off of spawn and
On
directional
on
calls
break,
more
break,
than
break, break,
anything.
break, break.
You don't really need
Bring
fancy
one, bring one,
names.
bring one.
You can use them if
Okay,
you
just
want, but like
I don't have
you
beat.
don't.
It only works if everybody's on the same page.
Diva, mini diva
That
hack.
that is
I
all
think,
as
I
well
think we
correct.
lose this.
You
Just
got
follow
punched
it.
to death. Punched to death.
I said it.
That's why, like, sometimes I call something and then it's like, oh, nobody knows what the fuck this place is called.
Okay, so with this trance, y'all need to just be going
Alright, we
ham
have,
right
we
now.
have
Yeah,
EMP grab.
really good call from Volpez to go on Brig. Zarya would have been a better target, but Brig
Wait,
is still a
back it
good
up.
target.
Oh, we paused.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, never mind. Zarya is the target to focus there, not
Alright,
Brigitte.
we have EMP grab.
I'm gonna steal control for a second. What are
Yeah,
you,
take-
where
I
are you
think we
at,
lose this. Just
Dizzy?
Bring one,
I'm
bring
at
one, bring one.
36-17.
Okay, cool.
Yes, exactly.
On break.
So
He was
here
almost out
we
of mag.
go. Rage is almost out of almost has
On break,
trance.
on
There's
break.
trance.
Break,
You
break,
guys
break,
need to
break,
be
break,
going
break.
on Zarya here, not
Break
break.
one, break one, break one.
Okay, she's down.
Zarya's high charge. She's fucking lighting up like
Did you
blood
did you
red.
attack?
Because you
I
guys
think he
didn't
loses.
focus
Just
Zarya,
follow
you
it.
guys lost that
Death.
fight. You guys could have killed Zarya,
I mean, it's fine.
and just like you killed Briggs with the
Alright, we have
trance.
we
So,
have EMP grav.
oh, that sneeze. Okay. Ugh.
They chance, right?
Yeah.
Did they? I thought we
Wait,
trans.
no, yeah,
No,
we.
we
They
trans.
Lucio ulted.
Alright.
Okay,
Ready?
so you guys
They're
are
gonna
sitting
have
at
most of
choke
their
for
ults, I think.
like
Ready?
so long
Not
right
yet,
now.
not yet. I don't know if I can land it up there.
Alright, hold on.
Just
hold
go
on,
to
ready then.
What's
point,
that double
force
headshot?
them. So
Around
yeah,
the cars
pause real quick.
discorded?
Here, rotate around, rotate around.
There's S.
Oh, it's S. Holy fuck! You just changed.
Yeah,
it.
S. S to is a pause.
Oh my god.
A and D is for 5
What?
seconds.
I thought we
Doing?
They Lucio ulted.
This is okay. All
Ready?
right.
A and D is for
Okay.
5
They're gonna
seconds, I
have
believe.
Most of their ults, I think.
Pause. You want to go on the left side here? No. No. Like, yes.
All right.
2 point. Have your Zen set up in the mega room, like with Lucio and that, like just set up there so that way he doesn't die. And if they jump, okay, yep,
Yeah, and now we all know where he goes.
yep. You did it, Oblivion. Good job.
It
Okay, and
it's
so
thick.
that way it has to force people to drop to. Okay,
I'm just.
it has to force people to drop to point, and you can focus those people as well as like grab EMP. Like, what could happen is, like, a main tank could drop onto point when you guys rotate. Yakul can EMP to force the Zen to trance, lest one of them die. You guys can stabilize for a second and then graviton back and get a free graviton because they don't have beat drop, and kill them all, you know? So you don't need to use grav EMP at the same time. You don't need to just like yeet it at them, especially because how the fuck are you gonna kill anyone, even if you do grav EMP on top of HUD, you know?
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys should be thinking, like, number one, on this map, like, specifically, how to get as many fights as possible. And number two, how to force them to react to you, not how to, like, react to them, which is how you guys generally play. So, there's that.
Ready? Ready?
Not yet, not yet. I don't know if I can land it up there.
Alright, hold on, now ready then.
Winston's double headshot around the
But
cars
you can kill
discorded?
people from
Here,
there.
rotate
Grab
around,
EMP.
rotate
Just
around.
grab the lip.
Where's around, right?
There's
Rotate around. The
there.
merry-go-round.
Get the Winston.
So yeah, this Winston
Can we
just
get
fucks you guys up. Like,
Kill Zarya, Zarya.
one
guys are
ult,
down
an
two.
entire
That's just a
3
regroup,
kills, and
regroup.
team fight winning goats. Wow, that's
Go for a rotation.
I have
yikes.
no mech for next fight.
Like Gambit said, you guys are taking too long. Just fucking
Just
go.
straight to point. Don't try and rotate top right. Go to the
They're
left
like on
side.
the high ground.
We've got all our ults here.
They've got most of their ults too, don't they? Except maybe Grav.
Grab.
Just use
Nice,
monkey.
point. Let's go. Let's go.
Alright.
I'm ready.
Move in
Okay.
now, move in now.
I'll have to
I'll
do
be
more
right.
research,
We
but I
just,
think it's better to
rally.
go on the right
Yeah.
side
Point.
here with monkey goats, and
Point,
better
point.
to go on the left with rhine
for EMP,
goats.
look
But
for EMP
I
now.
don't know.
Nice.
Better?
Wow.
Zen's
Yeah,
low, top
so-
right. Zen is low, top right.
Grab, focus, grab.
There's Zenith.
He's ult. Zen is
Zenith
ult.
has a trance. Zenith one.
Zarya, focus Zarya. She's gonna have grab.
Did Zen ever die?
Monkey, you have.
Nice.
Nice.
Guys, gone.
D1,
The Diva's hacked, Diva's hacked.
We shouldn't have ignored that Zen.
Monkey, I'm on monkey.
Oh, there's
I'm on Zen now.
no one who could get up there. I don't think.
Monkey.
Monkey.
No more ults,
Yeah.
no more ults, no more ults.
Other
What
than
about
you
our-
and Yakul, that's pretty much it.
Oh
lack of
yeah,
a-
that's true. Enemy.
So
Monkey,
it
I'm on
was- it
monkey.
was you or
There's
Joe.
I'm on Zen now.
That's one of those points where Lakova could have gone and confirmed the
No more
kill
ults,
and
no more
redded
ults,
it.
no more ults.
Oh, so it's fine. Okay. I'll keep it.
Permission to Reddit granted.
Permission to Reddit.
Three people push.
Yeah,
Scream
you got
that
your
next
Reddit
time.
card there.
Three people push up.
Go Reddit them!
You have a license to kill.
Can we go back? I bet you're I'm taking control.
Okay.
The first.
Also, that's why it's
grab.
important to get hurt Zen and EMP because he's like 50 HP after, so a Sombra can just kill him right after.
That's good positioning for EMP.
No,
Oh,
the
sorry,
first
oh,
one.
Sorry.
So right here. No, back.
Punch to death.
I like how Dizzy warned me to not be toxic. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It's just a blanket
Did they? I
statement.
thought we
Wait,
trans.
no, yeah.
This is
It's,
what
Let's
I wanted.
go.
it's fair to let you know that he's recording, so you don't actually say something you'd rather not other people
Right here.
see.
I mean, at the time I was on my phone and looking at you guys, so it wasn't like I'm taking this too
Wait,
serious.
Are you talking about crossing streams?
You grab here, we EMP, we kill everything here.
I'm not
Does that
gonna
work?
yeet a grav into a diva like that.
Yeah.
I'm
that
EMPing
works.
though.
Okay, well, yeah, no.
If you grab the lip, they get sucked down.
Like I get it. You could literally just EMP Winston here and speed on to him. Like
But look
that's
what we
something
do,
that
though.
you could do.
Most of their ults, I think.
Ready?
Yeah,
Not
instead you
yet,
guys
not yet.
like
I don't know.
do weird
I don't know if I can
squandering and shit.
Alright, hold on.
And, like,
What's that?
chilling.
Double headshot around the car. He's discorded.
Here, rotate.
I wasn't
rotate
sure
around,
whether we
rotate
were
around.
gonna EMP
Where's
grab or
around
not. That's why I was
right?
sitting there.
There's Zen up there.
We had a tough time communicating these games.
Yeah. But yeah, like
Kill Zarya,
you
kill
don't
Zarya,
need to
Zarya,
like
Zarya,
yeah,
Zarya,
cool.
Zarya.
A
You
blanket
guys are down
statement for
to
EMP.
two.
You
That's
don't
just a
need to
regroup.
get like gigantic EMPs. You don't need to hit everybody. You don't need like you can
no
literally
match
just
for
hit
next fight.
one person if it's the correct person. You can use EMP to force out support ultimates so that way grabs can get like value. You can use grabs so that EMP can get value after they use the support ultimate. You
We've
can
got all our
solo
ults here.
like ult a
They've got
Lucio
all-
that
they've
way
got
they
most of
can't
their
beat
ults
in
too,
the
though.
grab or something like
Something
that.
to grab.
There are many things
Just
you
use
can do
Monkey.
instead of just
I'm ready.
EMPing the whole
Moving
team
now.
with EMP,
Are you
okay?
gonna engage with
So I
Rally?
think there the issue is
Just
that
point,
we were
point.
looking for like the biggest
Play on point.
ultimate
Yeah,
combination
the
ever.
biggest.
Free
And
EMP.
No, I
what
wasn't.
happened
I mean, I knew that Zen was over here.
Wow.
you guys
Low, top right. Zen is low,
EMP
top
grab
Grab,
a
grab.
Brigida.
There's
I love it.
I EMP all 6 of them right there.
Zarya,
Well,
focus
yeah,
Zarya,
you
focus Zarya,
hit a lot of
focus
them
Zarya,
with
grab.
the only
All of
person
them.
that you guys can follow
What do you
up
have?
with. I don't think you hit all of them.
Guys,
Maybe you did.
Did I?
You didn't hit Zen.
I hit the Zen.
Wait, no, he doesn't. Yeah, never mind. You didn't hit the.
Zen is low, top right.
What's the break up there?
Look for EMP now.
hit the break.
That was,
He hit
Oh,
the
you
Zen.
did hit all of them.
Yeah, he did
Jesus.
hit
Jesus.
everybody.
that was an insane EMP.
No, wait, where's Lucio?
I was on my phone, so I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, look at top right. Look at top right. You
Yeah,
did
top
hit
right.
all
They're all X'd.
Look at me.
Oh, nice.
Nice job. You're cool. Nice job.
Yeah, Cole
Still,
just
you
wanted
could
to
you
back
could
out.
follow up
Top right,
on
Zen is
one
low, top right.
person out of that. So,
But if I can get all 6, you know, I'll do that.
well, yeah, but you could get all 6 and win the
Zarya,
team
Well, this is
fight,
not
right?
his 50
Or you could have won last team
Did Zen
fight
ever die?
by EMPing the
Okay, you have-
Winston sitting next to Truck and killing him,
Nice.
or forcing trance and then grabbing after that.
I was-
I'm on monkey. There's
So-
I'm on Zen now.
Zen.
So that was my bad call. then.
No more ults, no more ults, no more ults.
I mean, there's a lot of like confusion on the fight before this fight. I don't think it was just your specific
again.
call. It was a lot of like Yakul didn't call like more like in depth enough. Like he said, grab the high ground. Like if I was you as Zarya there, I wouldn't have done it either because of the diva. I would have said no defense matrix. But like if you said grab the lip after or as I EMP, that would have made a lot more sense. So
I booped them off high ground.
even still, like
Zen in the back.
Went through me in the back.
huge
All
shatter.
EMP, they're all EMP.
Huge
Push
EMP,
him, push him,
Jesus.
push him.
How'd you get EMP so fast? What?
Just shoot tank's forehead.
Oh, you guys lose this fight. I remember this.
Winston hack, Winston hack.
Dragon Blaze is trying to earn their respect at the same time. Trying to get it back to
We
dying.
never killed the
Break
diva.
hack,
What?
break hack. Break hack,
Yeah,
break hack.
so, unacceptable you guys lost this fight. I'm gonna be straight up, go back.
This is regroup.
I think we let our Zen guy. You can just shatter 2 here.
Yeah, you can see the monkey just jumping around on him in the
Okay,
back when we
nice.
push forward.
Zen in the back.
Like, go back to the beginning
Went through
of
me
the
in the back.
fight.
All EMP. Let's grab the.
No more ults, no more ults, no more ults.
I missed the Zen. I mean the
Hey,
Winston. Yes.
No, you hit the Winston with your EMP.
I did.
Literally go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning.
They're gonna have
Shattering.
beat,
Here we go.
but no tramp.
I mean, no, shatter.
Oh, okay.
Is that rage on the point?
We don't
No,
even
okay,
need to,
that's
we can just
lack of
shatter
luck.
two
It's
here.
good.
Oh,
This is a
Wait,
gigantic
put them up
shatter.
there.
You guys don't even need EMP here. Like you.
Gun in the back.
Oh,
gun in the back.
Zarya didn't get
Want
it.
to throw me in the bag?
That was a good EMP
Push
after.
him, push him, push him, push him.
You guys need a target to focus here.
D1,
Oh, so you didn't
D1
hit
on point, D1 on
Winston.
point.
Okay.
Diva,
Yeah, Winston was way back
stack in
there.
your end, stack in your end, stack in your end.
Winston hack.
So I didn't see there, but
Monkey,
Arietta
monkey,
was
monkey,
out of
monkey, monkey,
position.
monkey.
I'm not sure if she got booped. It looked like she did.
Wait,
Uh,
So
break-
that makes sense.
break act,
But
React.
you guys didn't kill the
Break
diva.
act,
This
break act,
Lucio's
as well.
just chilling inside of you guys. How did
Monkey.
Oblivion die?
This is
He
a
died
really-
while the menu was up.
I was really good focus on the baby diva there.
We swapped
Rage.
focus off of Diva, and then we
I've done
called a
the
new
EMP.
target.
Okay, well,
She
now you
was
guys
alive the
have
entire time.
almost all 3 tank ults again, so I don't think that you guys should,
And almost another EMP.
like again,
Okay,
unlosable
what do they
fight.
Use? They use beat. They don't have a Zen anymore. It's a Moira.
Do we lose this
Oh, no,
one?
on and
Wait, what do you mean you have ult?
I'm getting close to grab. I'm
I have
getting close to
shatter.
grab. I'm 80 to grab.
80 to grab is
Honest,
practically
holy
having
cow.
grab. Just play slow and wait for it, and then
Diva
once
top
you have
left.
it, like it takes
Zarya's
10
booped down.
seconds.
Winston's on me again.
Can we get the Diva?
Oh, I
Supported?
they
Okay.
killed my translate.
Break one, break one,
Break,
break one.
Wait, what? Okay, yeah, so
Can we get the Diva?
Let's see
Diva?
I think actually this fight is lost.
So yeah,
Winston's on me
cool.
again.
So you EMP the
Can we get the
Winston.
Diva?
So yeah, both tanks. So
Winston's on me
both
again.
tanks are in the
All
mega.
tanks.
Pause right here.
Can we
Pause
get-
right here. Pause right here. Both tanks are in the mega room right here. Like, they should be like target priority number 1 right now. Tank, like, they're the carry roles in goats. I don't actually think Zarya is there. She's the main carry of flying
Diva-
goats, but like they're free kills and out of position
Diva?
and need to be called. Like, Lack of Us starts calling Diva without calling like where Diva is.
I
which is
call
a
it they're in
little
the mega room.
You do? I didn't hear. My bad.
Winston's on
Like,
me
play.
again.
But I
Can we
should
get
be.
the Diva?
Should I be the target?
Oh,
Calling the target once I EMP.
Yes.
Break one, break one.
I'm gonna be
break.
translocating out.
No, you shouldn't be
Grab,
translating out.
grabbing.
Movement shield.
So pause real quick.
Reset. I shouldn't be translocating out.
No. So the proper way to EMP is like throwing your translocator in the
You know what
air.
happens? I die every time I do that though.
Well, that's not supposed to happen because your team is supposed to come up and follow up with you, you know?
Yeah.
If you're dying, it's a team problem, not an individual problem. I mean, maybe you're landing your translocator in a weird spot, like or maybe you're doing like you're waiting too long to EMP until like you're hitting the ground or something. But for the most part, you're supposed to be throwing your EMP up in the air. Like when it's halfway down to the ground again, you translocate to it. Make sure you're not invisible when you translocate, because if you're invisible when you
Yeah,
get an EMP,
right.
it takes you out of invisibility first.
Thing is, I've never survived doing that, so I've never done it again.
Well, start doing it again, and then you call a target. Like you need to communicate your EMP though. Like here, you didn't communicate your EMP at all. Maybe you said like EMPing like really quietly as you did it, but like with EMP, you really need to communicate that you're that it's happening. You know?
Winston's on me again.
So
Can we get the Diva?
definitely, like if when you guys, that's just unlucky.
I think
That was really well placed.
one of the other like big things here is like
Diva top left.
The Zarya's pooped
Is
down.
like
Winston's on me
EMP
again.
comes in. So just like
Yes.
everyone watch this for just a second.
Diva top left.
The Zarya's
Just like
pooped
this.
down.
Winston's on me again.
Can we get the Diva?
EMP comes in, there's like 5 seconds of silence while they're hacked.
yeah,
It's like not a target call
that's
on the EMP, which seems like the biggest reason why we didn't get any value of hacking 4 people.
Diva.
yeah. So lack of Yakul,
Okay.
Bullpet, like
Break one.
We actually
anyone
almost
could've
win this
called a
fight, though.
target there, and Lakova eventually calls a target, but like doesn't. I'm still convinced you didn't call where. Can you go back?
Sure I
Like,
did.
I'm 80
To the
grab.
EMP.
Zarya's pooped down.
Winston's on me again.
Can we get the Diva?
Oh, I
Discorded? Okay.
killed my translation.
Diva discorded. Lack of
Grab it.
frickin' trying to tell me
Didn't
something.
wait? Didn't I say? Can we get them in the mega room?
Nope, you said, can we get the Diva discorded?
Okay, that's
Like
oh
a
fuck.
question
All
mark.
right. Okay. My bad then.
Frickin'
Eat
trying to
these.
tell me that I'm
Grab
crazy. Get out of here.
Hey, I remember. I thought I called it. I usually call it. We've got
Yeah, it
rally,
happens.
grab,
The,
better.
I can't play Zen into this. I get dove all the time and I get nothing. I get no peel.
Yeah, so against Monkey,
Like, that's their-
against Monkey
When you go
Ana,
in,
it's not
you can bet your ass of the Winston's on me in the back.
Going up top.
it's not a bad idea to swap to Moira, especially when running Sombra. 'Cause you're basically banking on ults when you're running Sombra. Like you guys should realistically just be running regular goats against them, because
Diva's
they're
one.
running dive goats and you guys
the
counter
elevator?
them with regular goats.
Sorry.
Monkey act.
But here we're going Moira is terrible. Problem is when literally everyone gets
Nice,
anted.
Goody.
Again, good
Monkey's on
EMP,
Mega.
you
Mega's-
still need to
Monkey's
call
underneath
it.
on Mega.
Diva hack.
On the back. On the back.
On Diva?
Diva hacks as well.
Diva?
Come on, Monkey. Monkey can die. Monkey can die. He has no ult. He has nothing.
Shit,
Diva's
I fucked
bomb.
up.
Nice hat.
How did Lakaba die? What?
Stun.
Ball.
Okay, I'm on Monkey.
No monkey. No monkey.
Shit, I
Diva's
fucked
bomb.
up.
Nice hat.
Backing.
Diva hacks.
He's underneath on Mega.
Diva hack. Diva hack. Diva
On the
hack.
back. On the back.
On Diva?
Diva hacks as well.
Oh,
Come on,
I
Monkey.
remember
Monkey can
this.
die. Monkey can die. He
Okay,
has no ult.
so Dizzy, look back here. There's an
Um,
Ana right here. That
Wait, where?
there's an Ana like right where I just circled, right here.
I'm not seeing a drawing.
Oh, you weren't.
Let me refresh. Oh, it feels good, man.
This is
Okay, refreshed.
okay.
Oh, he has nothing.
So
What?
watch
Diva hacks.
this. We.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Like,
Oh,
I'm
I
not
haven't
even
seen
seeing
anything
anything.
yet. Playing it.
Diva
No,
hack.
I
Diva
don't
hack.
even see a video
Oh.
playing.
Oh,
yeah, isn't this? I'm
On the
confused.
back. On the back.
On Diva?
Diva hacks as well.
No,
Come on, Monkey.
I think it fucked up because hey, I started the live session again,
Okay.
and it's at
Nice,
41:33, and now you have control.
Monkey's
Yeah,
on
here
Mega.
we go. Now I'm
Monkey's
seeing it
Monkey's
again.
underneath on Mega.
Okay, so watch this.
Diva hack. Diva hack. Diva
On
hack.
the back. On the back.
She calls Ana in the back, and the Ana's right here. And Lakava and I go to chase this Ana down. I get slapped.
Diva?
Come on,
Diva?
Monkey. Monkey
I
can
see
die.
that.
Lakava goes
okay.
to chase the Ana as their whole team is coming out of spawn.
He can die.
Oh,
He has no
So
ult.
she
He
goodness.
has
walks
nothing.
over, tries to kill the Ana, and just gets fucking destroyed. Wow.
Shit.
Diva's bomb. Nice hat.
Yeah, so don't do that. Like, honestly, if that Ana is past like
Ball.
the gate
Ball.
area
No monkey. No monkey.
and is running away there, you don't chase her. You go back to point and help with killing people on point. If she comes back to the gate area, you can go try and kill her again, but don't overcommit. Especially when people are coming out of spawn. You always want to be trying to help on point as much as possible. Because, like, all you need to do is cap. You don't need to, like, kill people, technically, to cap, you know? So. When that Ana is retreating, think of it this way. When that Ana is retreating, she's useless in the fight anyways. She's having 0 impact, so she's practically dead. So, if you just keep forcing her out, it's like she's dead, but you don't overcommit and kill yourself trying to kill her as well.
Winston?
Oh. I wasn't she's.
Monkey.
Nice
Diva hack.
hack.
Diva hack.
Got it.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
I feel like the
Okay, so
Sombra was really good there.
It was really good in that last fight. The fights before, a lot of the time, like,
gross, I hate that.
yeah, it wasn't capitalized on. Like, you cool
I'll
would
send you the next map.
EMP,
I don't think there is a next map. There's
Oh.
3 minutes left in the.
No, that was the last map.
Okay. So can we go back and
Yeah.
look at the?
Yeah, based on your perspective, I will
I
get you.
want to see that play because we talked about that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to see what you think. Like, basically what part we fucked up at, because we fucked up somewhere in there.
Yep. Where's your scrim on Monday? Here it is. Copy link. Give me lead. There we go. You can take lead back.
Okay.
Now.
I think I should be guarding the back line.
Yeah, like if
You wanna go Pharah, Paige?
Right?
Up top.
Coming from top.
So,
I have no mech for next fight.
go back,
Let
not
me try
forward.
to-
Yeah.
monkey.
Back more.
They're gonna have all support
more.
us, right?
Monk
Where's it back?
in the back on us.
More.
Alone.
Oh, it's right up here.
Speed, they don't have Lucio
I
with
didn't
them,
get a
right?
More.
Chase.
Go back more.
Chase.
Yeah, I'm looking
No,
at
wait.
No,
you.
it's here.
Okay, yeah.
Do you have no boost?
Because you
Okay,
guys
no,
killed
they
Zen
Lucio
here.
out.
I
Up
see.
right.
Yeah.
Go after
Back up.
This is a good
Sorry,
play.
no
Zen's out of
friendly?
position with the rest of his team. You
Okay,
coordinate with
I'm speeding
Volpez.
back.
It's really good. You didn't overcommit. If he had started backing up when he should have, then you're fine. Landing your boost there. Okay, so yeah, pause. So there's a few things that you could have done here. Communicating to the team to push up because the Zen's dead a lot earlier before you're out of mech is one of them. Like being like me and Volpez killed Zen, push. Another thing is ending your boost. You could have ended your boost on that platform above and gotten back to your team, like right here. The platform right here, you could have ended your boost there and gotten back to your team.
Mhm.
They're literally like right above the platform right
Oh,
now.
okay.
And so instead you ended your boost
I'm
right
speeding back.
behind the enemy team and they just turned around and fuck you, you know? Like, you gotta be very wary about where you end your
There's
boost.
Zen's dead.
So you got way too over, like, you got way too tunnel vision on the fact that you had man advantage.
Zarya.
there. And then, I don't know where Volpez was, but he should have,
Zarya,
like,
Zarya.
jumped with you. Like,
Zarya.
it should have been the reverse, that Volpez should have been leading, but
Oh, I'm down.
because you led, Volpez should have
Lucio's
followed.
trying to
in the
go
back,
up the
bring it in the
point.
back.
As well as Volpez should have
hitting,
primaled there. Like,
no,
Volpez
Lucio's
very
hitting
easily could have primaled to split them
Good
and,
point, I think.
like, made that a
Bring in the
more
back on
chaotic
us.
fight, but chaotic for your
Fall
advantage,
back,
you know?
guys.
Luckily, you guys somehow won that fight without needing primal, but it was a good play to kill the Zen, a bad play to end like your dive cooldowns right behind the enemy team.
Okay.
You should be ending it in front of your team there, you know,
Yeah, that makes
And-
sense.
preferably in a way where you're going to get your dive cooldowns back earlier and end up by your like ending diva boosters in the air somewhat, so that way you have a second or two of dropping in front of your team, so that way boosters recharge in that second or two, or ending it on the platform there, so when you're rotating on the platform to get to your team, you're recharging boost.
Okay.
That's why, like, Volpez's jumps, he should be angled, like, that jumps there, he should have angled it high and towards the team, that way it would be half recharged by the time he lands, so that way he'll have it if they try to attack him and go on him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when he initiated there, I was diving back to the team.
Yeah, so that's the
Right.
correct play, to dive back to them. You don't want to, like, do what Oblivion did there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
So-
just unlucky that I timed it
Yeah,
down at the
so-
exact same time.
That,
I mean,
that-
unless
that
you,
was
unless
really
you communicate that you're diving and we're pushing.
Yeah,
forward.
exactly. Because then you guys get multiple angles on them, and you guys need to like full commit to the dive there as well as full commit to a target there. Because even if you called push in, we killed Zen, and then dived on top of them and just did trash damage to everyone with micro missiles and Winston
Mhm.
and Zarya right clicks, it wouldn't have done anything.
Okay.
So focusing on a target there specifically would be very good as well.
Okay. Cool.
So, yeah, and then after that, it's pretty much chaos after that. Like after you die, the rest of the team pushes in, and like no one really
Lucio's trying to go
focuses
back, bring it
anything.
back.
Your cool ends up solo grabbing someone.
Nice.
This
Good, good, good,
just
good.
fucking you kill the Winston here,
Zarya.
and then they push in aggressively.
I'm on Zarya, I'm on Zarya.
I'm on Zarya, I'm on Zarya with you.
So yeah,
I'm out.
Oh, I'm down.
There's
Lucio's
Zen
trying to go
frags.
point.
Yeah.
Then you cool
Greg's
solo
heading-
grabs.
No, Lucio's heading to point.
You guys didn't get any kills because
We're getting the back on
Lopez
us.
had to jump out. Then your cool's dead, but they have to
back,
respawn. You guys
guys.
have spawn advantage, meaning you guys win. So,
I'm dead.
good kill on the Zen. Good re-engage after Oblivion's dead. Like, really good re-engage.
have-
Good bomb. Like, I mean, that
They're
Winston
gonna
should have
have
died
all
to the
support
bomb,
ults,
but
right?
good bomb nonetheless.
Monkey.
Killed the Winston.
Or
Yeah, so that was a really weird team fight, but
Okay. So either
Only-
tell the
only,
team,
like-
either like tell the team to re-engage on a target because the Zen's dead, or just like regroup with the team and then take a
regroup
head
with
up
the
fight.
team. Yeah, and then like re-engage on the fight because you have man advantage.
Okay.
So yeah, very very weird team fight. So
Did you have any more VOD stuff for us, Dizzy?
no, that was it. For there's a lot of like macro stuff for this VOD. Like, I was hoping, I hope everybody was sort of paying attention and getting their specific stuff down. Specifically for main tanks,
yeah, I had a little
aggressiveness and cornering. Those are the two things I want you both to work on, because although Gambit's better at like shot calling and stuff, he's still less aggressive in the right way. He gets aggressive at the wrong times a lot of the time, and he doesn't corner, which I've noticed as well. So
I do
then-
corner.
we'll see.
Just I can't call it. I couldn't call it the last time. The fuck?
I'm not specifically thinking of last VOD, and you don't really need to call cornering. You just corner. So
I'll
we'll
say
see
I'm
in the
holding this
future,
corner. I always say I'm holding this corner.
but- Okay, well yeah, but saying it and doing it, two different things. So yeah, main tanks work on that. Supports work on ult usage. Specifically work on coordinating ult usage between the two of you and between or in like what the enemy team's planning, as well as Rage. Like, work on ulting a little earlier, because you missed Trance a few times. Yeah, cool. When you're playing Sombra, focus on mainly your Sombra is the one that needs work. Like calling where hack targets are, farming EMP instead of looking for a hack target. A lot of the time is better, and then calling targets when you EMP. And then Oblivion and Yakul coordinating grav bombs, as well as Arietta and Gambit and Volpez hitting the pin and bash on the grav bomb. So a lot of stuff to work on, but it's pretty much all macro play. Bye, Rage.
He was muted like the entire time.
Yep.
Bye, Rage.
Do we have any scrims this week?
I haven't booked any. We have a match tomorrow. Again, we've been tossing around the idea of doing a comp night instead of doing scrims, but
It's not a good
I
idea.
don't think it's going to happen right now.
Yeah, because I'm home right now from top 10 and the internet is actually horrible.
Oh,
So
Yeah. Oh.
We need to
Probably
try and
like
get some
this-
more scrims with Gambit anyway, because we
So-
haven't
Yeah.
gotten that.
I feel like scrimming would be more impactful
so we'll
for
do
the next weeks
we'll
or
do
two.
scrims this week, and then
Um,
go on from
I
there.
can maybe record
Yes,
them,
uh-huh.
but I probably can't.
Did
play
we?
them.
I don't know. Did we want to do any type of scrim weird warm up bullshit something before the match,
Do
or
you guys want to book a
yeah.
scrim before the
Can you
match?
book a scrim before the an hour-long scrim before the match? See if you
that
can
long?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
There's no risk of. Should it be like a low level, like a? Do we want
mean,
like a
yeah,
36
don't-
or a 33?
I
book
mean,
a
are you sure we
35.
won't like lose
35.
focus after that?
I don't know. I mean, that's how long I would book it, or my team would book it before tournaments, and I
do you like-
generally was just warmed up enough for tournaments.
Well, these are also. This is also like a short match.
Yeah, it's very short tournament game or tournament matches as well. Like it's best of 3, right?
Yeah.
So
We could book like an hour-long scrim.
generally,
It's
like-
3.4, 3.5. Oh, they confirmed match time tomorrow is going to be 8:30 EST, so 7:30 CST is the starting time.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I'd say book an hour-long scrim, and if there's problems that arise based on that, we can do it next time and
Okay.
figure out another thing. But like, I don't see a problem with it. Like, if people tilt because of a scrim before a tournament, then that's on them, and they need to not. You know,
Don't.
like
Nah.
like it's something they need to work on. Tilting in general, but specifically before a tournament, like it doesn't matter how you do in a scrim. Just stay focused on winning the tournament. So, and then yeah, I think an hour should be fine. Half an hour is just not enough time, in my opinion, to book a scrim with someone.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I guess you won't get anyone really is like, hey, yeah, let's do this half an hour
for
scrim.
half an hour. Yeah. So.
Anyone want to play one map of Overwatch?
Yeah.
2 maps if you roll them.
Yeah.
One round of a cough map.
So yeah, I would like.
Oh wait, that's
cool
UGC.
So in the upcoming scrims, I'm gonna have you guys play Sombra a little bit more, as well as well, I don't know. It's gonna be about 50-50 because you're gonna play Sombra more, but you're also gonna be playing Goats because you guys need to work on the Grav Bomb combos and the all-in calls. And so I'm thinking that you guys are gonna be playing a lot of Goats for this week, and then next week you're gonna be playing a lot of Cyber Goats. But we'll see.
Okay.
So, yeah, cool. If you can play Sombra a decent amount in comp this week to just like get a feel for her, try and play.
And a season comp, I don't think it's a good idea.
I mean, he has alt accounts and
He's
just
just
Actually, he just
code.
uses your Panda's alt account, our community alt account.
okay. Use Panda's alt account if you I have an account for you if you need it, but like if you could practice Sombra this week, like I don't even care if it's comp. Go into quick play if you want. Just practice Sombra. Get the mechanics
Join a Jane Pug.
better.
Wait, so
Yeah,
should
joining
there...
pugs is a really good way to practice, actually.
That's also good.
It's
but
more
should there
serious.
be no comp? Like, should I not play comp at all? Because I really want to try and rank up. Is it a
I'll-
super bad
I
idea?
lost
to play?
200. I lost 200 SR because of people like legit
Yeah,
drawing.
you shouldn't play last week, honestly. It's not
Okay.
great.
I'll
Yeah,
just
there's
play
no
last
DK
week.
anyway.
The best.
Ha! Bika
Says you're
That's
cool.
the time you
Be-
play.
Bika consistently loses like 300 to 400 SR at the end of every single season.
Yeah.
Like,
I just,
classically. Like, the
I'm
season's almost
so
over.
close to
You
masters
get the best
again.
ragers though. You can shit talk them
you're
all day.
cool. You're crazy, okay? Like,
I lost
I don't know
200
what's up
SR
with
today,
you.
so I'm like,
It's fun.
you're crazy.
Yeah, cool just likes pissing people off by calling them bad at Overwatch.
I'm playing
Alright,
Genji, and
I'll just
Genji
go on
won in the
Malarkey
chamber. It's
and
fun
get
as
other
hell.
gold. I'll play. I'll just
I lost
practice
my
Sombra
team.
on gold.
Anybody
Yeah,
want to play
you can
Genji
play
one in the
Sombra.
chamber?
No.
What?
No.
Anybody want to play Genji one in the chamber with me? It's really fun.
Oh shoot, I should stop recording.
Yeah, probably.